Drive home in the right lane. Live and local with Southwest Florida's Trey Radel.
Democratic mayors and governors shutting down businesses while they go and get their hair done, while they go and fine dine, while they go wherever the hell they want.
Helping you get home right. The drive begins at 5. Trey Radel is local and live. Tonight, 5 to 8 on 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
When was the last time you checked in on your insurance? Give CIG a chance to review your current coverage and find you better rates. Hi, this is Brian Chapman at Chapman Insurance Group. My team and I are dedicated to finding you the best suited coverage at the best rates. Give us an opportunity to quote your home, auto, business, or flood policy. I'm confident we can save you money for the same or better coverage. Qualified agents are standing by. Visit CIGFlorida.com or call an office near you today. Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Port Charlotte, and Punta Gorda. CIGFlorida.com.
He's ready for the fight, and he keeps it right at night. Wait till you hear what Mark Levin has at 8.
The Democrat Party is an evil political institution. I mean slavery and segregation and Jim Crow. And now I mean American Marxism. This is what we're doing to generations yet born. We're the most selfish, biggest generation this nation has ever seen.
A great one. Mark Levin, tonight at 8 on Southwest Florida's 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along. Getting it right. All day and all night. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right, all along.
Agreed to and written. We just have some of the last decisions to be made.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi tells CNN State of the Union the social spending plan will be a lot less than Democrats initially wanted, but still bigger than anything they've ever done.
President Biden huddled up with Senate Leader Chuck Schumer and holdout Senator Joe Manchin in Delaware for what the White House called a productive discussion on the president's Build Back Better plan, agreeing to continue working behind the scenes with staff and other members in Congress.
Fox's Lauren Blanchard, the price tag could be $1.75 trillion, not the $3.5 trillion Democrats have been planning. The AP reports Senator Manchin's agreed to some of the proposed tax hikes on wealthier Americans to fund the social spending that all Republicans oppose. Senator Bill Hagerty tells Fox,
what we're talking about is a government dependency program, which this bill is chock full of government dependency programs.
Nasty weather is hitting the Pacific Northwest. 2 people were killed when a tree fell on and crushed their car near Preston, Washington, while heavy rains drench parts of California, flooding highways and causing mudslides and wildfire charred areas. There's an attempted coup today in an African country. Fox's Simon Owen has details live.
Dave, there are reports of gunfire in Sudan's capital, Khartoum, as thousands of protesters condemn an apparent military takeover. Sudan had been attempting a transition to democracy, but its government says soldiers moved in this morning, arrested the Prime Minister and most of his cabinet. The US has been trying to assist in the democratic transition. Special Envoy Jeffrey Feltman says he is deeply alarmed by the reports. Dave.
Simon, South Korea's president says he's still striving for peace through dialogue with North Korea amid an ongoing nuclear standoff and recent North Korean missile tests. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a fact. This is 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along. On the radio, on your smart speaker, and online at rightallalong.net.
This update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Wink News. Traffic.
Good morning. Starting off the very wet commute across most of Southwest Florida. If you're getting ready to head out right now on 75 and 41 especially, or our area bridges, just take it very slow and give yourself plenty of extra time. Good news is not dealing with any active crash scenes across the area, but a very slick commute for everybody here from Lee to Charlotte to Collier counties. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Week News now.
The news you need. The host you trust. Getting it right all day and all night. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
True relief for back and neck pain. Did you play golf or tennis today and wish that you didn't have to deal with the back or neck pain? Do you feel hesitant to swing all the way through or run across the court because of pain? People just assume they have to live with it or just get epidurals. They are wrong. People look at it from the wrong perspective. Most people only think about treating the symptoms and not the cause. At Johnson Spinal Care 596 Back, we treat the cause using non-surgical spinal decompression. Now available for anyone, not just the injured or professional athletes. Spinal decompression is a safe, non-surgical treatment that takes pressure off the nerves and discs, increasing blood circulation, allowing the back to heal. Safe, long-lasting results for sciatica, stenosis, scoliosis, herniated discs, or even failed back surgery. Don't suffer. Call my Medicare-friendly office today for a free telephone consultation. Johnson Spinal Care, 596 Back, 596 BACK. That's 596-2225.
Hey guys, there is some important news that all men should take very seriously. Your prostate health. Are you urinating more frequently? Are you waking up at night to urinate? Are you sick and tired of prostate pills that just don't work? Sound familiar? If you are one of the millions of men with prostate problems that are driving you nuts, there is some great news. Prostagenex is the all-natural product that beat over 157 other prostate supplements in lab tests and was rated the #1 most powerful prostate supplement in the world. #1, because it works. So why not try some Prostagenex, and your prostate troubles will be a thing of the past. You'll get a great night's sleep and stop waking up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. To get your free bottle of Prostagenex, call now, 800-600-2020. That's 1-800-600-2020. Take advantage of our 90-day money-back guarantee. Call 800-600-2020. Do it now.
Health insurance. We all hate it, but we have to have it. Hey, Southwest Florida, it's Tyler McCluskey here, and as an insurance executive for the past 10 years, I now host a show every Saturday at 11 a.m. right here on 92.5 Fox News. I explain everything you need to know about the health insurance industry and show you all how to save money. For more information, tune in this Saturday at 11 or call now for a free quote at 239-633-3140 or online at tylermccluskey.com.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
We're on. Ian, are we on, Ian? I'm not. Okay, good. I'm not hearing the station. Welcome to Monday. I don't mean to take the train off the rails at the beginning of the show, but I'm a little wobbly today. Ian and I are trying to adjust our bearings and get everything in line. It is daybreak, but there is no Drew Steele and there's no Jake. It's Opelka and Ian. So it's the evening team, fill-in team when I'm in for Trey, in for Drew. So forgive me. It's like we're changing the clocks again. We were supposed to change the clocks over the weekend, were we, Ian?
Yeah, I think we changed them 12 hours or something because I got up to go to work today and it's not light outside. What's going on?
Yeah. Well, that does happen. The sun changes a little bit. Our perspective changes. Anyway, it's Monday. Oh, my goodness, people. I had several sleepless nights trying to figure out which direction to go with this show today and through Wednesday. I'll be here through Wednesday. So you are welcome to be a part of the adventure the entire day, and the entire half a week that I'm here for our buddy, our pal, Drew Steele. So where do we go? Over the weekend, there are so many stories that broke. Number one, you need to pat yourselves on the back. You need to congratulate yourselves because you scored a major victory, a gigantic major victory over the weekend, as that group of school board weasels, the National School Board Weasel Association, that's what I'm going to call them, the ones that sent the letter after being, I believe, encouraged by the White House to send a letter to the Attorney General calling parents who stand up at school board meetings and complain, calling them terrorists or likening them to domestic terrorists. That group, they apologized. They apologized, and it's really because of you. Everything that's happening that is stopping the attempt to take over your country, our wonderful country, is happening because of you. The Democrats, oh boy, The Democrats are just really, really killing me. This supposed deal that was hammered out over the weekend in Biden's home in Wilmington, Delaware. By the way, I live in Delaware, my hometown, Wilmington, Delaware, at the moment, my current hometown. And Joe Biden ruins Delaware every time he's here. Well, he's ruining the country, so why shouldn't we expect him to ruin Delaware? He goes to his home, and the entire neighborhood then becomes a lockdown zone, a complete lockdown zone. So, oh, goodness. Joe hosted Chuck Schumer and Joe Manchin over the weekend at his home in Delaware. And they were strong arming Manchin, trying to get him to get in line with all the spending they want to do. Currently, Pelosi says that, oh, we're very close. You heard it in the news. We're very close. We're gonna make a deal. We're gonna make a deal here. No, I don't agree. I don't agree. I don't think they're going to make a deal. I think there are going to be some last minute hand grenades thrown into the discussion, even though it's only, and I use this word ironically, only 1.75 trillion. I'm sorry, that's 1.65 trillion more than we need to spend. But Manchin apparently has now said he wants to support some of the crazy taxes that they want to add on the millionaires and billionaires, mostly the billionaires, says Bernie, mostly them. So we will see. We will see. A lot to get to. Some things happened this weekend. Ian, I'm not sure what you're sending. Ian's sending me messages. I'm going to pull back the radio curtain. Ian, am I supposed to be going somewhere? It's okay for you to say no, but I'm looking at all these weird messages you're sending. Okay, no, all good, all good. Stand down. It's Monday. It's the 25th of October. We are 2 months away from Christmas Day today. And as such, everybody's panicked about everything. You know, people are worried they're not going to get Elf on the Shelf. So we're getting the quack on the rack with Joe Biden. Many directions to go to today. As I said, you deserve a pat on the back. You stopped the FBI going after parents apparently as domestic terrorists, as was encouraged by the White House through the school boards to the Attorney General, who then went back to the White House and issued that letter to the FBI. And Merrick Garland really needs to step down. He's just way in over his head. This guy's obviously adult. You saw the hearings last week in Congress. We'll get into some of that. I have some of that audio I want to share with you. I also have some important social issues, some really important social issues. And this is going to require you to participate in the conversation. Halloween is a week from today. All right. Now, no, November 1st, a week from today. So next Sunday is Halloween. Going to be a lot of Halloween events going on Saturday and Sunday, and probably Friday Halloween parties at offices if people are still back in offices. And in the little town where my wife and I live, we used to have a town Halloween party. There's 800 homes in the little community. And they used to have a parade from the town park to the town hall. And all the kidlets would get dressed up in their costumes and parade. And the parents would too. It really was a parade for the parents, let's be honest. And then at the town hall, it was a potluck supper where they would then host just a cute little town gathering and have a costume contest with different age groups, etc. And you were invited to bring a covered dish to the little town gathering. And about 5 years ago, I started making a covered dish, which was half of a hot dog with slight little slits in the hot dog where you would have knuckles on your finger. And then where the nail is on your finger, I would cut a little bit of the hot dog skin off and then obviously put it in a half a bun with a lot of ketchup. that looks like blood. So they looked like bloody fingers, and they were just really half a hot dog. And they were quite a smash, if I do say so myself. I didn't come up with this. Somebody sent it to me, thought it was a good idea, but it ignited an entire firestorm, not of questionable foods that you would serve to people at a Halloween party, because people sent in a whole bunch of different ideas for cool foods for Halloween parties, which is great. But the argument became, is ketchup appropriate on a hot dog? And I said, no, never. It's never appropriate. Ketchup is not for hot dogs, just like pineapple is not for pizza. All right. I have certain rules, certain deal breakers that I live by that I have to be strong about. So ketchup, never on hot dogs. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Seriously. Ian,
I don't. First of all, let me qualify. I don't like hot dogs. I think they're crap food. But if I'm forced to eat one, it has to be barbecued somehow so that you can bring out some flavor in it, and it has to have ketchup all over it so that I don't taste the meat. Oh God! Not a hot dog guy.
Not.
Besides, ketchup is an amazing condiment. It goes on almost anything. I mean, it's a universal condiment. And what are you going to put on it? Mustard?
Yeah, mustard. I'm going to chop
Mustard's
up
horrible.
Some relish. I'm going to put maybe even a little bit of onion on my hot dog.
See, I don't eat any of those things you just mentioned.
If I'm in Chicago, I'm getting a Vienna beef hot dog, and I'm dragging it through the garden, as they say. It's covered with all kinds of wonderful little chopped up vegetables, maybe even some peppers. But absent from every hot dog I will eat is ketchup. So people, you can vote with Ian or you can vote with me. 239-479-5592. 239-479-5592. It is a deal breaker. And I will guarantee I will give you one little bit of a concession here, Ian. A hot dog is not exactly the most delicious food on the planet. That argument could be made in several different directions. But if you take a hot dog out of a cart on a street in New York City, it's one of the most delicious things you could eat. Or in a baseball game in an open stadium, a hot dog and a baseball game in front of you. Now you got America right there. But there should be no ketchup. There should be laws. These are deal breakers. Remember relationship deal breakers, like when you were first in the relationship, you're like, well, she's really smart, she's really hot, but she smokes. Yeah, that would be a deal breaker for me. And if she put ketchup on a hot dog, I would be very, very distressed about that. That's my first pop culture question. It's not really pop culture, it's just culture. Should we allow people into this country who openly put ketchup on hot dogs? Ian is first in line to be exported from the country, thrown out, sent somewhere else to a country where they like hot dogs with ketchup. I'm just saying, we have to draw the line somewhere, Ian.
That's
And
okay.
today-
I'm used to being excluded over my personal taste.
Yeah, or lack thereof.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yes. And he plays along. What I love about Ian is he goes with wherever the ship is going. He's going with the flow. All right.
Right
we
into
will
the
get-
iceberg.
Yeah, that's it, baby. It's the Titanic of radio programs this morning. It's not Daybreak. It's Opelka. It produced Steele. We're going to get to everything. We have to talk about something happened this weekend on NBC TV. Something happened 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks ago we had Let's Go Brandon broke out during the Xfinity race, post-race interview. Yeah, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago now. But something else happened on NBC this weekend, and I was stunned. I was gobsmacked. I could not believe it happened. I have the audio to play for you. We also have more on what Biden and Schumer and Joe Manchin were doing Jello wrestling in Delaware over the weekend. There's a visual for you. Enjoy your breakfast. And you are, of course, are always welcome to join us. 239-479-5592. It's 92.5 Fox News. Opelka checking into traffic. What is Teresa O'Shea in traffic here?
Good Monday morning, starting off with a very wet morning drive across Southwest Florida. If you're heading along 75, we have a crash at mile marker 136, 137, right near the exit to Colonial Boulevard on southbound 75 near the exit ramp. Not seeing any roadblock with it any longer, but you will be dealing with some blockage off to the right-hand shoulder, causing a little bit of a delay. Rest of 75 is clear, but again, very slick, so take your time on the morning commute. No other crashes right now across Collier or Charlotte counties. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Week News now.
92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
This Fox Business Report is presented by Island Air. High-quality AC repair and installation. Online at islandairfl.com. Online at islandairefl.com.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen says the United States hasn't experienced the recent inflation levels in a long time, but adds the spending on the bipartisan infrastructure package and the huge social spending package would be spread out over the next decade, reducing any inflationary risk. Optimism was expressed, but no deal announced after weekend talks aimed at resolving the disputes that have snagged the Democrats' wide-ranging social safety net and environmental measure. The average U.S. price of regular-grade gasoline spiked 13 cents over the past 2 weeks to $3.44 per gallon. The price at the pump is $1.22 higher than a year ago. The Lundberg survey blames the surging cost of crude oil, and crude oil futures were higher again overnight. Asian markets ended mixed. U.S. stock futures higher overnight. And that's your Fox Business Report. I'm Sal Giangrasso, invested in you.
Is your current home loan the right fit for you? Near historic low rates may be a great reason to refinance, but when matched with an expertly chosen loan from Loan Depot, you could be saving money and paying more towards the bottom line. Call a Loan Depot loan officer and ask about our 27-year Smart Term loan or our 10-year ARM loan. Get a great rate matched with a great loan by calling 866-888-LOAN or visit loandepot.com. At Loan Depot, home means everything. Rates are subject to change. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing opportunity. NMLS number 174457. License.
It's your friend Sean Hannity here. You know, investing in real estate around this great country is something that I take very seriously. Now, I can tell you there are a lot of agents or national companies. They look good on paper or make big incentives or may even offer to work for less money. But one thing I've learned over the years is details in real estate mean serious dollars. Now, I have seen firsthand the importance of working with and trusting the advice of an agent who truly has their hand on the pulse of the local market, that actually live in the market and have proven track records of making sellers money in that city through good markets and challenging markets. There's only one agent I trust, and I'm talking about Denny Grimes with Keller Williams, Naples. Look, the only thing more expensive than hiring an expert is hiring an amateur. Don't trust your home to just anyone. I've done the homework. Talk to the agent that I trust for the best advice. Call Denny Grimes about his guarantees today at 489-HOME. That's 489-HOME, or online it's 489home.com.
Hey, this is Papa with Casey, Carrie, and Cody. And as most of you know, when Irma hit in September of 2017, thousands of people tried unsuccessfully to call a roofing company. But all the roofers were so overwhelmed they could not handle or even answer those calls. Now here we are, almost 2 years later, and many of those same people are still waiting to have their roofs repaired. So, we are implementing our proactive list. If you want to be on our list, call me for our free total inspection. Once we inspect your roof, you will be on the proactive list. If or when the next storm hits, you will have no need to call any roofer because we will be calling you automatically to see if you need help. We can offer emergency repairs and tarp service or whatever your roof requires. License number is CCC 057803. Call Papa now for our free total inspection, 945-2700. We believe it's wise to be proactive, and it costs you nothing to join our list. Call Papa for our free total inspection at 945-2700. That's 945-2700. Area code 239-945-2700.
Are you one of the millions of homeowners who haven't refinanced yet? If so, I'm here to tell you it's not too late. Hi, I'm Wesley Hogan with Westland Financial. Although the lowest rates may be in our rearview mirror, as the economy recovers from the biggest economic shock of our lifetime, rates still remain near historic lows. In fact, with the dramatic increase in home values, this may be the perfect time to put that new home equity to work. Take advantage of our cash out refi program and pay off high-rate credit cards, car loans, or other high-interest rate debt. Or finally make those home improvements you put on hold for so long. Best of all, we can do this with no closing costs. That's right. Whether it's a conventional, FHA, or VA loan, we'll pay for your title, settlement, lender, and recording fees. So call Westland at 888-455-3669. That's 888-455-3669. It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of mankind. 888-455-3669.
NMLS number 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender.
Seems like everything is overpriced these days, right? It's called market inflation. Hey, Aaron Walker here at Naples Nissan with some suggestions to help you take some air out of that inflation. Current gas prices? Ouch. Regular service checkups and maintenance will help you get better gas mileage. Get a free 20-minute checkup at Naples Nissan. All makes and models are welcome. Plus, get our $99 Inflation Fighter Alignment Special. Naples Nissan rents cars. Choose from over 100 rentals with rates starting at just $49 per day. Or get our Inflation Fighter Rental Special and pay just $9.99 for an entire month. And of course, you can still get the original base MSRP for your trade-in. If it's a 2013 or newer with less than 120,000 miles on it, then whatever it was worth when it was brand new, that's exactly what it will be worth right now. But only at Naples Nissan. Come see us on Pine Ridge Road or visit naplesnissan.com. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined. See dealer for details.
After Drew, it's Glenn Beck 9 till noon. You've come to the right place. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
It is 6:24 on a Monday morning. Mike Opelka. That's right. It's Opelka in for a couple of days on Daybreak without Drew Steele. Happy to be here on 92.5 Fox News. So many things to get to. As I said, Dems still don't have a deal, but they're telling us they're inching closer to a deal to spend more of your money, and that angers me. We had a victory. Although it wasn't the apology we deserved. Those school boards, that national group, which is a very powerful group of school boards across the country, the ones who sent the note after being prompted by the president to the attorney general. And then he said, we're going to turn the FBI loose on these evil potential domestic terrorists. That's not quite what he said. I'm paraphrasing. Well, the school boards now came out and apologized, but not to you. They apologized to their membership. They should have apologized to the American people. And by doing it this way, these idiots kept the problem that they have alive. It's good for us. But it would not have happened if you, Mr. and Mrs. America conservative, did not stand up at a school board meeting and say, what the hell is going on here? And they all need to have a little time out, a little day or two on the discipline couch, if you will. The school board and the attorney general, and we'll get into that. And I promise you, I didn't have time here to do it. But Saturday Night Live did something, well, I guess it's amazing. They actually ventured into the area of comedy over the weekend. That kind of happened. As well as they took some shots at Democrats. Boy, that was incredible. I have some clips to play for you, obviously. And there's more news. Obama was out on the campaign trail campaigning for Terry McAwful. I will tell you again, you deserve a pat on the back. If Virginia goes red in the governor's race next week, the Democrats are done. We'll dive into all of it. 239-479-5592. 239-479-5592. It's Daybreak with Opelka, not Steele, today on 92.5 Fox News.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Dan Martineau from D.R. Martineau Roofing and Gutters. Get your mind out of the gutters. We are proud to announce the addition of our seamless aluminum gutter division. Contact our team for your free quote. Just Google DRM Roofing.
License number CCC 1326954.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
People sometimes may wonder why they need a big law firm after their injury. Imagine you're on your way to work and then, bam, your whole life changes. You're injured and now you have to fight for justice. Your opponent is not the driver of the car that hit you. It's their insurance company. When you're fighting to get what you deserve, it's go big or go home. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
Where do designers store their clients' furniture when doing an estate home remodel? Rice's Moving and Transport in Naples, with over 10,000 square feet of air-conditioned storage space. Designers use Rice's Moving and Transport for one reason: trust. They know Rice's Moving team will pad wrap and inspect all articles carefully, then securely store them. Contractors use Rice's during a remodel to store customers' personal items too. Upon completion, everything is then returned to your home, completely unpacked and carefully reassembled. Another important point to consider when selecting a mover is this: only a handful of moving companies actually follow all the laws. Many moving companies simply pay employees in cash. This creates an issue for you as they are not insured. If there's an accident, you're responsible. So if you're planning a whole home or condo remodel, or need help moving and storing your treasured furniture and valuables, trust Rice's Moving and Transport, fully licensed and insured for your peace of mind. Rice'sMoving.net, moving you into the future.
You find yourself searching for a reputable air conditioning company?
Don't sweat, call Brett.
I'm Crystal Casey with Brett Air Conditioning. For over 45 years, our motto has been, don't sweat, call Brett. We are a family-owned business with a great reputation. Whether your AC needs maintained, serviced, or replaced, we are here to serve you. So stop searching and join the Brett Air family today. You can find us online at brettairconditioning.com or call us at 239-566-3633. 239-566-3633.
If you don't love your AC company, call Brett Air right now. Find them online at brettairconditioning.com or like them on Facebook.
Don't sweat, call Brett.
License number CAC 1819995.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. Democrats in Congress appear closer to agreeing among themselves what will be in their big social spending plan. President Biden had Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and West Virginia Democrat Joe Manchin to his house in Delaware for talks.
If they can broker agreement this week, it may unlock votes needed to pass a smaller infrastructure package also sought by the president. The Senate passed that measure weeks ago on a bipartisan tally, but House progressives have held back support without first securing the larger spending plan.
Fox's Jared Halpern. Santa Fe, New Mexico sheriff's documents say the actor Alec Baldwin was practicing drawing a gun and pointing it at the camera when it went off Thursday, killing the cinematographer.
The father of 41-year-old Helena Hutchins says he does not think Alec Baldwin is responsible for the tragedy, according to a newspaper interview. Hutchins' father, who lives in the Ukraine, says he believes the props people who handle the guns are responsible for his daughter's death.
Fox's Matt Finn. America's listening to Fox News.
Wink News Traffic.
Good Monday morning, starting off with a very wet morning drive across southwest Florida. If you're heading along 75, we have a crash at mile marker 136, 137 right near the exit to Colonial Boulevard on southbound 75 near the exit ramp. Not seeing any roadblock with it any longer, but you will be dealing with some blockage off to the right-hand shoulder, causing a little bit of a delay. Rest of 75 is clear, but again, very slick, so take your time on the morning commute. No other crashes right now across Collier or Charlotte counties. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, happy Monday. Look for another gray, gloomier day today as abundant cloud cover sticks around. We'll also see some areas of scattered rain and even some thunderstorms all throughout the day and even into the early evening hours with a bit of a breeze today coming out of the south and west at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Temperatures will be topping off near 85 degrees. We should start to dry things up a bit more for tomorrow, though a few showers still remaining possible into your Tuesday, a high of 89 with a bit more sunshine back in the forecast. Wednesday, a dry day before we see our next cold front pass through for Thursday, bringing some scattered storms, windy conditions, and then some cooler temperatures to follow as we head into Halloween weekend. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
When listening to the radio in your car, remember to always drive on the right side of the road. Keep it here on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Southwest Florida homeowners. Home values are up and interest rates are down, which means now is a great time for a mortgage checkup. This is Mike Roberts, Vice President at Mortgage Warehouse. Many of you listening might have purchased or refinanced your home within the past year, so your mortgage could be the last thing on your mind. However, the real estate market has changed quite a bit in 2021, which means your home has likely increased in value. More equity in your home means there has never been a better time to get cash out for home improvements. You could also qualify for a lower mortgage rate with our no closing cost refinance loan, and for some, more equity in your home means you could eliminate mortgage insurance. Mortgage Warehouse is Southwest Florida's mortgage price leader. No points, no hidden fees, no closing cost, period. Give us a quick call today at 313-5000. That's 313-5000, mortgagewarehouse.com.
Certain restrictions apply. NMLS ID 137154, Equal Housing Lender.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. You know, a long time ago, in one of our first commercials, my father had a little slogan at the end that said, "If you have any trouble, just call Poppy." Well, Poppy's not here to take your call, but Pop is. So if you have any trouble with any of our team members, or you just have a question, I'm not one of those owners that hides from the public. You can call me anytime at 239-482-1542, and I'll come to your home and visit, or I'll try to help you over the phone. If you have any trouble, just call Pop. When you think of air conditioning companies, we hope you'll think of Kobe Cooling. No nonsense and no pressure. We're the company your neighbors use. License CACO 57313. Kobe, the most trusted name in the business since 1949.
Experience really does matter. Hi, this is Vincent Napoleon. We're currently experiencing a very different real estate market. Is this a bubble? Is it going to last? Should I sell now or should I buy now? With over 30 years of living and working right here in Collier County, I know I can help guide you through. If you're currently thinking about selling your home or buying a home, please reach out to me today. Recognized by the Wall Street Journal and Real Trends magazine as one of the nation's top performing agents with a #1 firm, Caldwell Banker. You know, it costs you nothing to meet with me, but will cost you thousands not to. Please go to thatradioed.com, again, thatradioed.com, or feel free to email me at thatradioed@gmail.com, thatradioed@gmail.com. Vincent Napoleon, thank you.
Stay right here, because after Drew, it's Glenn Beck, 9 to noon. 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
It is Monday, and I guess we're kind of like a blues club now. I don't know. It sounds like a Friday night here, Ian. We might need to Monday music this up a little bit. Because I'm gonna be needing a beer and a shot if we keep playing music like this. Anyway, maybe that's a good idea. Mike Opelka in for Drew Steele today on 92.5 Fox News, and you are welcome to join us. Text, talk, whatever. 239-479-5592, 239-479-5592. What has happened over at NBC? What's happened? Have they decided finally to reawaken the purpose of shows like Saturday Night Live? Have they decided to begin doing journalism on shows like Meet the Press? Well, let's not get out of hand here. Let's not get too crazy asking NBC News to actually do news or MSNBC. For MSNBC is a lost cause. Forget about it. But Saturday Night Live, when it began in 1975 with George Carlin, was supposed to be a place where everything was on the table. Every topic, every party, everybody was able to be skewered, attacked, roasted. But for the last few years, maybe the last decade, SNL has become a gigantic tool for the Democratic Party. It was all about attacking Donald Trump. It was all about making fun of everyone who was a conservative. And most of us stopped watching it. Well, I record it every week when it's new. And then on Sundays, my wife and I watch it because you can get through the entire show in about 40 minutes because you don't have the commercials and you don't have to watch the musical performances, which usually aren't relatable. But we watch it and we kind of keep score to see, are they doing anything that's fair and balanced, not to steal the Fox News mantra. But forever and ever and ever, Saturday Night Live has just been a propaganda arm of the Democratic Party. And there were almost no jokes that would make fun of Democrats. Well, Joe Biden seems to have changed that. Joe Biden appears to have brought some of the comedy back to SNL on the side of the Democrats, pointing fingers at the Democrats. And this happened during the Weekend Update, the news segment, which is always destroying conservatives, always. But there were two jokes back to back that made fun of Joe Biden, and I almost fell off my chair. I looked at my wife and she goes, those were kind of funny, and they were attacking the Democrats. Here's the clip from the Weekend Update. At least I think this is the clip from the Weekend Update. Hold on a second. Here we go.
Also at the town hall, President Biden admitted that he has not yet had time to visit the southern border, though his approval rating has. Insiders are also saying that during meetings, President Biden repeatedly uses the F word in conversations. More concerning, the F word he keeps using is forget.
Okay, two mildly funny, but definitely anti-Democrat, anti-Biden jokes. And that's kind of amazing. What's also amazing is at the very beginning of the show, they always do what they call the cold open, where NBC transitions from the local news into SNL. And it's typically a sketch, and I think you could go back for the last couple of years and say it's typically a sketch beating up on Republicans, Trump and Republicans, anyone conservative, etc. And they were usually brutally long. This weekend, the host of SNL was Jason Sudeikis, the guy who used to be on SNL. And he's also the star of Ted Lasso, the show on Apple TV. If you haven't seen it, it's actually pretty good. And Sudeikis is a really talented performer. He also created and produced the show. It's about an American football coach who is recruited to coach soccer in England. You know, they call it football. And he goes over there, and it's a total fish out of water story. But it's a very entertaining show. I found it to be very entertaining. If you have little kids, there's probably some scenes you shouldn't be watching. You'd have to do a little discussion over certain scenes. But Sudeikis is very good. And he came back to SNL to host the show. And in the cold open of the show, he made an appearance. The SNL sketch in the cold open was about Joe Biden in the White House. And they hired a guy who they call the greatest Biden impersonator. And I believe they signed him to a 1-year deal. He's probably the worst Biden impersonator I've ever seen. Just terrible. But this guy's in there doing his thing as Biden, and all of a sudden the door to the Oval Office blows open and a whole bunch of smoke comes through. A whole bunch of fog, and in walks Sudeikis with the vice presidential windbreaker that Biden used to wear, the aviator glasses, and the ball cap. And something funny happened. Something remarkably funny happened.
Trick or treat, smell my feet. No, I'm just joking. I don't know who are you, buddy. Wait a second. Who are you? Who am I? What do you mean, who? I'm you. I'm you from 8 years ago, man. The ghost of Biden passed. Boom! How can you be me? You seem so happy, so carefree. So, what's the word I'm looking for? Lucid.
Okay, They made a joke about Biden's lucidity, about Biden's brain. And I'm looking at my wife going, what happened at SNL? Has there been a coup? Is fairness back in? Are we allowed to make fun of Joe Biden on NBC programs? And she said, not only that, Sudeikis is pretty good. So we questioned Biden's lucidity. This is national television. Is there a crack forming in the wall to protect the Bidens? Perhaps. Here's a little more.
Yeah, partner. Well, where I'm from, we're still VP, Easiest gig in the world. We're like America's wacky neighbor, Just pop in with an ice cream cone, some aviator shade, do some finger guns, shake a few hands, rub a few shoulders.
Yeah, well, you can't do that anymore.
What? Which one? Rubbing shoulders or shaking hands?
Clearly both.
Oh, come on, man. Loosen up, buddy. Come on. What happened to us, huh? We used to be fine, right? Oh, here, let me get a whiff.
So they are not only making fun of Biden's mental state. I can't believe this. And I think this might be a reaction to Fox News and Greg Gutfeld, because the Gutfeld show's been kicking butt on all of the other late night comedy shows. They might have decided that they need to make fun of Biden, make fun of his lack of lucidity. Now they're making fun of the sniffing, as Jason Sudeikis is sniffing Joe Biden while he rubs his shoulders.
I like that. You like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I hope this doesn't sound sexist, but you got to smile more, sweetie. Okay?
So that happened this weekend. Now, is this an isolated incident? Is this a one-off? Is this SNL just one time going after the president? We will see. I'm wondering, because what's the alternative? Seriously, a friend of mine says, if we get rid of Biden, you got to remember who's next in the on deck circle. That's not exactly a good option either. Kamala Harris would be horrible for America. And God knows who she would want as her vice president. God knows who they would try and put in there as Kamala's vice president. Hillary? Maybe? I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. But this was a gigantic breakthrough, in my opinion, that Saturday Night Live chose to go after the president on more than one occasion in this last weekend show. In the cold open, which the majority of the people watch, and then in the weekend update news segment. The rest of the show, there were some actually funny sketches that weren't political. Maybe SNL has had a wake-up call. Just throwing that out there. Did you see it? Did you agree? Am I wrong? Or have you given up? Like, I'm not watching NFL football anymore. Maybe you're not watching SNL anymore. And I won't watch NFL football until they stop with the social justice nonsense, with the virtue signaling, with the kneeling, with the anthem avoidance. I'm not in. But I keep an eye on SNL because you have to keep your friends close and your enemies closer. All right, we'll get into more of the stuff from the weekend, and we have to talk about Pop-Tarts, because there's a major lawsuit dealing with Pop-Tarts. Fauci is possibly in the hottest water he's been in forever. And if we can get to that, we will. In depth, I mean, there's a whole bunch to get to. Dr. Fauci, he might be forced out, but not for something he did with COVID. Wouldn't that be amazing? It's like Al Capone. Capone didn't get in trouble for all the racketeering. Capone got in trouble for not paying his taxes. Will Fauci get in trouble for something that forces him out of office for something other than COVID? It's a gruesome topic, but one that must be talked about. Mike Opelka in for Drew Steele today. Let's check in with Therese O'Shea in traffic.
Good Monday morning. Crashes along 75 have all cleared up, but you can see it is very wet out there no matter where you're heading across Southwest Florida this morning. With the exception of Charlotte County, we had some early morning showers across parts of Port Charlotte and Punta Gorda, so some slick conditions left over, but Lee and Collier counties definitely dealing with that rainfall out there for the morning drive, so take it slow. Especially on 75 and 41, you want to make sure to be extra cautious and grip the steering wheel because we have some winds coming through parts of Fort Myers and southern Lee County right now. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Happy Friday. Another warm and more humid day today as temperatures climb back to near 90 degrees after a pleasant start to this morning. We will have to look out for some isolated areas of rain and perhaps even some thunderstorms south of the river today. Collier Lee County will have the best chance of seeing that, mainly after 4 p.m. this afternoon. Saturday, Sunday, both featuring chance.
Wink Weather Authority.
Friday, another warm and more humid day today.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Retire with Grace with Bob Grace, Saturday mornings at 8 and Sundays at noon to get the answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retire with Grace, a Tri-Found company, Saturday mornings at 8 and Sundays at noon. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
Old kitchen with the kitchen of your dreams. Brand new custom-made cabinet doors. Drawer fronts, hand-finished by true craftsmen. Designer hardware, new hinges, and everything installed beautifully in less than a week, start to finish. Expensive? No. To the contrary, with refacing by Cornerstone, you'll save so much, we should really talk about your master bathroom, too. Go for wow. Go for Cornerstone.
Seems like everything is overpriced these days, right? It's called market inflation. Hey, Aaron Walker here at Naples Nissan with some suggestions to help you take some air out of that inflation. Current gas prices? Ouch. Regular service checkups and maintenance will help you get better gas mileage. Get a free 20-minute checkup at Naples Nissan. All makes and models are welcome. Plus, get our $99 Inflation Fighter Alignment Special. Naples Nissan rents cars. Choose from over 100 rentals with rates starting at just $49 per day. Or get our Inflation Fighter Rental Special and pay just $9.99 for an entire month. And of course, you can still get the original base MSRP for your trade-in. If it's a 2013 or newer with less than 120,000 miles on it, then whatever it was worth when it was brand new, that's exactly what it will be worth right now. But only at Naples Nissan. Come see us on Pine Ridge Road or visit naplesnissan.com. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined. See dealer for details.
Hi, I'm Ty Laster, Managing Partner and CEO of Key City Capital. So why are we here in Southwest Florida? Well, at KCAP, our mission is to connect capital to wealth for all of our partners through passive real estate investments. And very simply, we generate and distribute double-digit returns for our investors by investing in single-family homes and apartments and unique alternative cash-flowing asset-backed investments.
Call us today at 239-330-2080 or check us out online today at kcap925.com.
Hey, Sean Hannity here for DeVoe Cadillac. Now, you all know Cadillac is synonymous with quality. In fact, it has been the icon of American-made luxury vehicles for over 100 years. Now, DeVoe Cadillac has been in business for over 50 of those years. Now, they serve Southwest Florida as a family-owned and operated business. They've done it the whole time. The DeVoe family has embraced the same commitment to quality that Cadillac represents. Listen, I could drive whatever I like, and guess what? I choose Cadillac again and again and again because I love my Escalade. I really enjoy the comfort, I enjoy the safety, the style, and that's why, let's see, I've already purchased over 10 Cadillacs in my life, and my go-to dealer in Southwest Florida is DeVoe Cadillac. Now, I know they're going to take great care of you and your new Cadillac with expert service from the people who know it best. Get to know our friends at DeVoe Cadillac, your Cadillac dealer right here in Naples.
Fox News listeners, Saturday morning is the perfect time to talk boats and water fun in Southwest Florida. This is Adam Botana again from Baywater Sousa Boat Club. Join us every Saturday morning from 7 to 8 for the Baywater Boat Club Hour. We talk boats, fishing, boating hotspots, water quality, on top of Jake the Millennial and I just having fun on the radio. And if you don't have a boat, Baywater Sousa Boat Club has got you covered. Just call me, Adam, at 239-495-0455.
Hello, I'm Brian Resney, president of Resney Wealth Management and host of the Resney Wealth Report and TV show on the weekends. Investors come to my TV and radio shows to learn and to get educated so they can make better decisions about their retirement and their portfolio. What's your risk management strategy? Are you willing to subject your portfolio to another massive decline in a set it and forget it strategy, or are you looking for a difference? Listen to my show Sunday mornings, 10 to noon on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
The right place for local talk. Drew now. Trey for the drive at 5. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
The room. Submitted for your approval. An aging politician who has no idea of where he is.
I don't want to play too much of it. We'll get in trouble on YouTube.
Will we? Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I got to be real careful with that. Yeah.
Oh, then scratch that last mandate. Just play whatever won't get us off YouTube. I apologize for not being visual myself on the YouTubes. Mike Opelka in for our buddy Drew Steele for a couple of days. It's just that the surgery hasn't settled. That's what they say. The surgery hasn't stopped. Right. Oh, boy. Where do we go? Where do we go today? So many places to go to. I'm keeping an eye on all things nationally and trying to keep an eye on all things locally. If there's something local we need to blow up, let me know. And I mean that in discussion-wise, not physically. That's what the kids say. Yeah, you blew up my spot. It's not an actual explosion. It's pointing attention towards something. I need to get to, obviously, we have to talk about what's going on in Virginia because Virginia is what they call a bellwether. It's a goofy term, political term. Virginia and the gubernatorial race coming up in a week and a day with Terry McAuliffe, who is neck and neck with Glenn Youngkin, the Republican, despite the fact that Barack Obama and the Vice President Kamala Harris and Stacey Abrams all campaigning for him, even Jill Biden. Joe's going to go out there. You know what surprises me? Well, it's not really a surprise, but the current governor, the outgoing governor of Virginia, term limited Governor Northam, the guy who appeared in blackface and then made those awful statements about it and paid no political consequences, he's been missing. He has not been out there campaigning for Terry McAuliffe. And I wonder why. Is it that the blackface thing is still etched into the minds of the people? If you don't remember, Governor Ralph Northam came out and said, it might have been me there. And then he's now denying that it was him in the yearbook in blackface or in a Klan outfit because the picture was the two guys together. But he's a bad dude. He's all for killing babies. He is a very awful politician, and he's the guy under whom all of this madness in the school boards was allowed to happen. And so maybe that's why he's not campaigning. But over the weekend, Governor McAuliffe, because he used to be the governor, Terry McAuliffe, was campaigning, and he appears to be excusing Northam's blackface when he said this.
Even if it had been him in the blackface, it was a dumb mistake 40 years ago.
Even if it had been him in the blackface, it was a dumb mistake 40 years ago. Okay, so 40 years ago now, is that the line where we're drawing all previous dumb mistakes can be discounted? I just want to know. I wish you liberals would be consistent. You keep moving the goalposts. We'll get into more of that. 239-479-5592. It's Opelka in for Steele on Daybreak on 92.5 Fox News.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Folks, it looks like food shortages are here and going to stick around. Supply chains are breaking down, and inflation is back with a vengeance. It's all part of the shortage economy. What used to be unthinkable is now in the headlines. Are you ready? Do you currently have a stockpile of emergency food at home? If not, go to mypatriotsupply.com today, and you'll find an emergency food kit that's right for you and your family. My Patriot Supply is the largest preparedness company in America, serving millions of families like yours. Pick up a 3-month food kit that stays fresh for up to 25 years in proper storage. The meals in the kit provide over 2,000 delicious calories a day. That's important when you need to survive. Order from mypatriotsupply.com and your food will ship fast in unmarked boxes to protect your privacy. Don't wait for permission or more empty store shelves. Go to mypatriotsupply.com now. mypatriotsupply.com.
At Duncan's Diamonds, we are obsessed with finding you a diamond as unique as your love. As direct diamond importers, we traveled the world to find pieces of unbeatable value and quality. We have 30 times the selection of a typical jewelry store. From enchanting engagement rings to previously enjoyed Rolex timepieces, we have a special something for everyone.
Hi, I'm Stuart Duncan from Duncan's Diamonds. We have an unparalleled passion for bringing you the best in diamonds and jewelry. We're here to make the spectacular manageable with expert guidance, exceptional discounts, and unmatched financing programs.
With no middleman, we're able to offer prices 30 to 40% below the rest.
We will not be undersold by anyone, anytime, anywhere, and you can count on it. Come see us today.
Duncan's Diamonds. It's worth the drive to give the gift of a lifetime.
US 41, Gulf Coast Town Center, and Naples at Mercado.
Grandpa Joe doesn't want voter ID, but Uncle Sam says we have to do a station ID. 92.5 WFSX Estero, Fox News. Right, all along.
A meeting of the Joes. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
Senator Manchin has been a straight shooter. You know exactly where he stands. I disagree with areas, but I respect that.
Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna on Fox News Sunday. Senator Joe Manchin's playing a lead role in negotiations with Democrats on a social spending plan, helping slash it perhaps in half to the chagrin of progressives. He met yesterday with President Biden and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer.
The original package that the president touted top-lined around $3.5 trillion. That figure now nowhere near that. It's less than $2 trillion. The issues under negotiation include raising taxes on billionaires and corporations, also climate priorities and child tax credits. Senator Manchin shot down reports just a few days ago that he's considering switching parties, instead saying he is negotiating in good faith.
Fox's David Spunt. All Republicans oppose the spending and tax hikes to fund it. Senator Tim Scott tells Fox.
Not a single Republican invited into these meetings. They're not negotiations.
Inflation remains a problem. Prices of a lot of things we buy going up, and Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen tells CNN.
The inflation rate will remain high into next year because of what's already happened.
The military is staging an attempted coup in Sudan. Fox's Simon Owen has an update live.
Dave, Sudan's top general just appeared on TV to confirm his military has taken control. Abdel Fattah al-Burhan said he is dissolving the country's government. He insisted he would complete a transition to democracy that began around 2 years ago, but it appears his soldiers have arrested the prime minister and most of his cabinet. The US has been tracking Sudan's transition closely. The American embassy in the capital Khartoum says it condemns the takeover. Dave.
And Simon, some highways are flooded in California and mudslides because of a nasty storm that could dump 8 inches of rain. America's listening to Fox News.
This
Here's
update
a
is
fact.
presented by
COVID
Lee
Hospital
Auto
Group.
Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Good Monday morning. Crashes along 75 have all cleared up, but you can see it is very wet out there no matter where you're heading across Southwest Florida this morning. With the exception of Charlotte County, we had some early morning showers across parts of Port Charlotte and Punta Gorda, so some slick conditions left over, but Lee and Collier counties definitely dealing with that rainfall out there for the morning drive, so take it slow. Especially on 75 and 41, you want to make sure to be extra cautious and grip the steering wheel because we have some winds coming through parts of Fort Myers and southern Lee County right now. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea, Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, happy Monday. Look for another gray, gloomier day today as abundant cloud cover sticks around. We'll also see some areas of scattered rain and even some thunderstorms all throughout the day and even into the early evening hours with a bit of a breeze today coming out of the south and west at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Temperatures will be topping off near 85 degrees. We should start to dry things up a bit more for tomorrow, though a few showers still remaining possible into your Tuesday, a high of 89 with a bit more sunshine back in the forecast. Wednesday, a dry day before we see our next cold front pass through for Thursday, bringing some scattered storms, windy conditions, and then some cooler temperatures to follow as we head into Halloween weekend. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Got friends and family living far away? Tell them to stream the best station yet at rightallalong.net, the online home of 92.5 Fox News.
Southwest Florida homeowners. Home values are up and interest rates are down, which means now is a great time for a mortgage checkup. This is Mike Roberts, Vice President at Mortgage Warehouse. Many of you listening might have purchased or refinanced your home within the past year, so your mortgage could be the last thing on your mind. However, the real estate market has changed quite a bit in 2021, which means your home has likely increased in value. More equity in your home means there has never been a better time to get cash out for home improvements. You could also qualify for a lower mortgage rate with our no closing cost refinance loan, and for some, more equity in your home means you could eliminate mortgage insurance. Mortgage Warehouse is Southwest Florida's mortgage price leader. No points, no hidden fees, no closing cost, period. Give us a quick call today at 313-5000. That's 313-5000, mortgagewarehouse.com.
Certain restrictions apply. NMLS ID 137154, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, this is Papa, reporting that we're still getting a lot of calls from homeowners who were told they needed a new re-roof after Irma. Most of these folks had a few broken tiles that are obsolete. Our company has 2 warehouses filled with the older obsolete tiles that have never been used. If you think that you may not need a new re-roof, but only need to replace some obsolete tile, please call me for our free tile roof inspection. We may be able to repair and seal your roof to make it look new and beautiful, a lot cheaper than replacing the entire roof. If you call me for our free inspection, we'll place you on our proactive list, and in the event of another hurricane, you won't have to go searching for a contractor because we will automatically call you to see if you need assistance. Let me show you how we can clean and seal and protect your roof, pavers, and pool decks. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Gary, and Cody, call us at 945-2700. That's 945-2700, area code 239-945-2700. We're open 24/7, and you can call us right now for a free tile roof inspection.
License number CCC 1326213.
Health insurance. We all hate it, but we have to have it. Hey, Southwest Florida, it's Tyler McCluskey here, and as an insurance executive for the past 10 years, I now host a show every Saturday at 11 a.m. right here on 92.5 Fox News. I explain everything you need to know about the health insurance industry and show you all how to save money. For more information, tune in this Saturday at 11 or call now for a free quote at 239-633-3140 or online at tylermccluskey.com.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Well, I'm the other guy. It's Mike Opelka in for Drew Steele today, tomorrow, Wednesday. Sitting in for my buddy Drew Steele in Daybreak, and happy you're here. Ian's with me, too. Jake and Drew have run away somewhere. I'm not sure where they are, but we have taken over, and we are going to try and bring you the fine program that you are used to receiving every morning on this radio station, and you're also used to being a part of the program at 239-479-5592. 239-479-5592 is the number. I did not ask Jake about this, but I'm sure that as he is, or Ian about this, I'm sure that as he is a married guy like myself, that this conversation happens in your house all the time, where you use a word, Ian, that means something completely differently to your wife. For example, when one of you says, fine, that can mean something very different to your wife than it means to you. Am I correct?
Yes, as a matter of fact, that's one I try to avoid just because it's taken sarcastically a lot of times.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
fine.
fine.
What I'm
fine.
actually saying is, let's just drop it and move on. what she hears is, and she's wanting to go. So, yeah, that's a good example right there.
So I am looking for other common phrases that mean completely different things to men and women. Fine is probably the number one.
How about this one?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever, or whatevs. If you talk to a teenager, whatever's one of them. But fine is the one that I think is the most triggering, or at least it is in my universe. You don't say fine because it's rarely fine, and you might pay a penalty. Is there another phrase or word that means something different to men than it does to women? I have one more, and it's particularly popular in the South, in this great country of ours. By the way, join us at 239-479-5592. Bless your heart. When somebody says bless your heart, it typically doesn't mean bless your heart. That's what I've learned. It typically has the snark factor or the sarcasm tied into it. So bless your heart.
Basically, in the South, that means you're not smart enough to comprehend anything. Bless your little heart.
I also think it drops an F in there too. It's something about yourself and F. That bless your heart. That's really, it's mockery. It's total mockery. So, are there other phrases that you believe are absolutely taken differently between men and women? 239-479-5592 is the number. I want to know. We're going to get into the Fauci thing, and we'll get into more of the politics thing. But this one, this one caught my attention. My wife and I spend a lot of time together in the car, etc. Let's check in. I think Russ in Naples. Oh no, I'm not going to take Russ in Naples. Am I? I just saw a notification. I'm supposed to talk to Brian. Hello, Brian. Welcome to the program, sir.
Hi, this is Russ.
Are you with me, Brian?
So,
whatever. We'll Ian, tell me when Brian's ready, and we'll talk to him. It's a bit of a wobbly ride this morning, if you will. If Brian's ready, we'll talk to Brian in Naples. Hey, Brian.
Hi, how are you?
Nothing. I'm seeing things on my call screen, people. I'm here.
I'm here.
I'm being tricked here by our friends. Anyway, the topic is language that changes. Language that changes between men and women, or it's viewed differently. When a man says fine to a woman, or a woman says fine to a man, means something very different. So join the conversation, 239-479-5592. While we straighten out whatever problems we're having with the phone system, I may shift topics, but it appears Brian is with us in Naples. Hello, Brian. Welcome to the program. Apologies for our technical issues.
Not a problem. Can you hear me now?
And I can't hear Brian. So
okay.
Oh, there you are. Hey, Brian.
I'm here.
Oh, good. I'm
Good
sorry.
morning.
We had issues, but thank you for hanging with us.
Not a problem. I've got a good one for you. Okay. So you're texting with your wife. Okay.
Yes.
And you might be having a little bit of a riff. It's not the end of the world, right? So you're like, okay, we're going to have chicken for dinner. And she doesn't say okay. She just puts the letter K in the text. That means whatever. It means fine. It means it's not okay. Like, okay, great. Let's have chicken. It means K, whatever.
See, I didn't know that. I've done that, Brian, and I didn't know that. So I've been kind of giving my wife the snarky response, going, "K, yeah, whatever, fine."
Yeah, but if you just put the letter K, yeah. That you're being snarky.
I didn't realize that. I'm sorry.
Well,
I'll have to apologize to my wife
later. In my household, it does. In my household, it does. So there was another one for you.
Okay, good. Appreciate it.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thanks for filling in for Drew. You guys are doing a great job.
Thank you. We're wobbly today. Jake in Cape Coral's on the phone. Hello, Jake. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Good morning. So, if you were to say sweetie or sweetheart, depending upon the tone, that could be taken out of context too. If someone calls me sweetie or sweetheart, I say, oh, that just sounds like they're being nice. But if you say that to my wife and you say, it's okay, sweetie, or okay, sweetheart, for some reason it sounds so sarcastic to her, she flips.
Yeah, that's an interesting one because you mean it as a term of endearment, and it comes back to you as you are putting that person down. You're kind of
Correct.
you're kind of going, oh, it's almost like you should pat her on the head and go, oh, it'll be okay, honey. Don't worry your pretty little head about it. Oh,
She
that's a
always
good
gets
one.
mad because if I say it to a waitress and I'm actually being nice, like, thank you, sweetie, or thank you, sweetheart, and I say it to my wife, then she's like, oh, no, you just call me sweetie or sweetheart, and the fight is on.
Yeah, it's why did you call her sweetheart when I'm the sweetheart here?
All right, that's all I got for you. Thanks for
Thanks,
listening.
Jake. That's good stuff. I appreciate it. 239-479-5592. Michael Pelkin for Drew Steele. Got plenty of serious topics to talk about. But the question of the difference between perspective of men and women, a single word, a single phrase can mean myriad things between men and women. Another one, like if we're dealing with a guy who's helping us rebuild our deck right now. We have a 15-year-old deck and the wood is rotting, and we've been waiting forever and ever and ever because lumber prices were so big. It was crazy. My wife and I finally got the guy, and he showed up, which is always a difficult thing in these times. Finally got the guy, and I'm dealing with him. But she wants to see all the instructions I'm giving to him before I send the email out to the guy, because we're going to be working while he's working on the deck. We're not going to be there. So I have to run all my emails by my wife. And when I send her what I want to send to the guy who's rebuilding the deck, when she comes back with just a few changes, ... Well, when she says just a few changes, it typically to me means everything's wrong. Everything in the letter is wrong and the whole thing needs to be completely redone. However, if she sends me a note and I say just a few changes, I generally mean just one or two little things. And if I'm wrong, correct me. And if there are any women listening to this program who have a difference of opinion on this, you're welcome to chime in as well. 239-479-5592 is the number, talk or text. Just one of those Venus and Mars things. And I don't know how many wives and husbands do this, but my brother Jim, he's my brother because he's my golf partner. My good friend and golf brother Jim wrote and said, with all due respect. Now, I don't know too many husbands and wives who actually use the term with all due respect, because that sounds like you should be hearing a fight bell rung in the background as well. With all due
What that
respect.
usually means is with all due respect, and then what follows is lacking any respect.
Yeah. With all due respect, you're an idiot. That's usually what happens. With all due respect, you're 100% wrong. With all due respect, I'd rather take out my appendix with a warm spoon than listen to you on this subject. But I'll disagree with my buddy Jim on this one. With all due respect, fine. I'm good with that. Okay? And other crazy thoughts from language. 239-479-5592. The Fauci story. The Fauci story, I think, is possibly going to blow up. And I don't know how Fauci gets around this one. There is a new story about Dr. Fauci. May I remind you, he's the highest paid federal employee in the country, the highest. And I say federal employee because there are public employees in other states who are making more than the $1.2 million a year Dr. Fauci makes. They are typically football coaches at big state universities that make $3, $4, $5 million a year coaching football. But we've got Fauci making $1.2 million. He makes a lot more than the president, more than twice as much as the president makes. I think it's almost three times now. And he should be thrown out of office, in my opinion. Should be fired, probably should be jailed for what he did with COVID. But there is a story that is breaking over the weekend. It's got bipartisan support for real anger at Dr. Fauci. The details are kind of grisly, so I'm going to try and be gentle in sharing them with you. I'll share them with you just around the corner. It is Mike Opelka on Daybreak without Drew Steele for a couple of days. The phone number 239-479-5592. Let's check in with Therese O'Shea and traffic.
Good morning. A very wet start to the morning drive across Southwest Florida. We have several crashes across Lee County right now. One at Old Bayshore Road and State Road 31 in the Alva area. A couple in North Fort Myers, one at 41 right near Hancock Bridge Parkway, and another farther north near Lake Fairways Boulevard at Verano Drive. Also, a few crashes in Lehigh, one at Alabama Road South and State Road 82 with southbound delays. We have a crash also at Bryan Avenue North and 12th Street West in Lehigh, not too far from Lehigh Senior High with roadblock reported. A crash over toward Joel Boulevard and East 6th Street in Lehigh Acres with injuries and seeing delays in both directions on Joel north and southbound. Crash at Hickey Creek Road and Palm Beach Boulevard in Alva as well, and in Bonita Beach Road and Racetrack Road in Bonita Springs. Crash with injuries and possibly some roadblock. Collier County, you've got crashes at Immokalee Road and Addison Place Drive and another along Sunshine Boulevard in the Golden Gate area, not too far north of Sunset Road. That's your Wink News traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Good Monday morning. A very wet start to the morning drive across most of Southwest Florida. We have a crash right now at Daniels Parkway and Plantation Road with possible injuries and roadblock and seeing delays in both directions just east of the intersection there. Keeping an eye on a crash also in Fort Myers on 41 and Kenwood Lane. Pretty minor, though. A few crashes in Lehigh, one at Joel Boulevard and Gardenia Way with injuries reported and seeing some delays northbound at the intersection. Another at Bryan Avenue North and 12th Street West in Lehigh, not too far from Lehigh Senior High, just down 12th there. Major backups, though, at the intersection of Lee Boulevard westbound and Lee Boulevard toward Gunnery Road, north and southbound. Very backed up on Gunnery. Crash also in North Fort Myers at North Tamiami Trail and Verano Drive, and one in Bonita Springs at Bonita Beach Road and Racetrack Road with injuries and possible roadblock. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Whether you're commuting to the office or driving to the beach, always stay to the right with 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
When you want the very best for your home, there's only one name that stands alone. Hardware and glass in harmony. No frames, no mess. You'll love what you see. Quality, style, and huge selection. Give your bath the look of perfection. Want to see more? Go to my shower door.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Some people say bigger is better. When it comes to buying a home, a TV, or an ice cream sundae, wouldn't you rather go big? Insurance companies think that because they're bigger, they can pay injured people less than what they really deserve. But guess what? We're big too. As America's largest personal injury firm, we know that our size matters. If you're going up against a big insurance company, you need a big firm fighting for you. And when we win big, you win big.
Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
If you're moving, selling, or purchasing furniture and need help getting it home, there are a lot of moving companies to choose from. But wait, all moving companies are not created equal. Sure, if you're moving your college students' furniture, hiring young movers is fine. But if you're moving highly valued items, you need Rice's Moving and Transport. They meticulously pad wrap everything and secure your valuables and gently pack, transport, and set them up. Rice's Moving and Transport employs skilled professional movers who respect your belongings, not just young hunks who can lift heavy things. Moving is stressful enough. Don't stress about hiring the right moving company. Here's what Teresa in Naples said about Rice's Moving and Transport. I was so impressed when your moving crew came to my home. They politely introduced themselves by name. Seems small, but it made an impression. When you need help moving, trust Rice's Moving and Transport. Rice'sMoving.net, moving you into the future.
You find yourself searching for a reputable air conditioning company?
Don't sweat. Call Brett.
I'm Crystal Casey with Brett Air Conditioning. For over 45 years, our motto has been, don't sweat, call Brett. We are a family-owned business with a great reputation. Whether your AC needs maintained, serviced, or replaced, we are here to serve you. So stop searching and join the Brett Air family today. You can find us online at brettairconditioning.com or call us at 239-566-3633. 239-566-3633.
If you don't love your AC company, call Brett Air right now. Find them online at brettairconditioning.com or like them on Facebook.
Don't sweat. Call Brett.
License number CAC 1819995.
When was the last time you checked in on your insurance? Give CIG a chance to review your current coverage and find you better rates. Hi, this is Brian Chapman at Chapman Insurance Group. My team and I are dedicated to finding you the best suited coverage at the best rates. Give us an opportunity to quote your home, auto, business, or flood policy. I'm confident we can save you money for the same or better coverage. Qualified agents are standing by. Visit CIGFlorida.com or call an office near you today. Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Port Charlotte, and Punta Gorda. CIGFlorida.com.
Have you heard them yet? Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, today at noon, right after Glenn Beck. 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
Happy Monday. Mike Opelka is my name, in for Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News. Daybreak without Drew for a couple of days. Happy to be here, thrilled to be here, because this audience is always, you guys are always on it. You respond and you have good opinions. Most of you. There may be a liberal or two out there listening who thinks that that we're wrong. But A, they're outnumbered, so that should make them think twice about that. And they're welcome. You liberals listening are as welcome as everyone else to call into this show, 239-479-5592, and share your thoughts. Today, I would like to make a special request, a special prayer that Dr. Fauci be fired and may be charged with crimes against humanity and against the state. Dr. Fauci, Dr. Anthony Fauci, who we elevated to sainthood, not all of us, but the nation elevated to sainthood during the early days of the pandemic. And then we found out, thank God, I should play some of Jim Jordan's takedown of Dr. Fauci from last summer. If you haven't heard it, it is remarkable. But Dr. Fauci definitely funded gain-of-function research that allowed Chinese researchers in a lab in Wuhan to genetically engineer and modify and superpower the coronavirus COVID-19. And I usually add 84 to the end of that, 1984. And we have not been able to get him out of office, out of his position as the highest paid federal employee, even though we know that he gave the green light to a group that then gave money, your money, my money, to the group that was doing gain-of-function research. Just awful stuff, evil, devious stuff. And now we're sitting here approaching the beginning of the third year of the pandemic. And Fauci's still in office. We may get him out when you hear the details of what he has done to puppies just around the corner. Mike Opelka in for Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Imagine replacing your old kitchen with the kitchen of your dreams. Brand new custom-made cabinet doors. Drawer fronts, hand finished by true craftsmen. Designer hardware, new hinges, and everything installed beautifully in less than a week, start to finish. Expensive? No. To the contrary, with refacing by Cornerstone, you'll save so much, we should really talk about your master bathroom too. Go for wow. Go for Cornerstone.
Manufactured in the USA, Plantation Shutters for You is your best choice for plantation shutters. Custom measured and installed just for you. Built to last forever. Call today for a free consultation. Discounts for all military and first responders. Also, if you support Biden, don't blink and call us. PlantationShuttersForYou.com.
Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano believes winning cases is no accident. Your case is important. Pick a firm with resources to actually prosecute your case. If your case is accepted, you're guaranteed to not pay a single penny in fees or costs unless you get a favorable settlement or verdict. Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano has over 35 years of experience handling personal injury cases in Florida. Visit LDTlaw.com for a free consultation today. Winning is no accident. Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano. LDTlaw.com.
True relief for back and neck pain. Back pain, neck pain, we hear so much about it every day, but most people never understand what causes it. Very often, it is more than just sore muscles. Many times, it is caused by disc and nerve compression in the spine. This is very often not addressed. The only way to get pressure off the discs in the spine is to decompress the discs. Here at Johnson Spinal Care 596 Back, non-surgical spinal decompression is a specially designed, computerized table to provide gentle, precise pulling to draw pressure off the discs and release the nerves. This process draws blood back into the discs, allowing them to heal. Completely safe and comfortable for any age. No hanging upside down. Patients with stenosis, sciatica, bulging discs, neuropathy, scoliosis all find great, long-lasting relief with decompression. Call my Medicare-friendly office today for a free telephone consultation. Johnson Spinal Care, 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
With each breath, allergens, germs, and viruses get trapped in your nose. Now, there's a simple, easy, and effective way to clean your nose and protect your health. It's called Navage. Navage. Available at Navage.com.
My name is Tom Thornton.
And my name is Cindy Thornton. We're retired, and this is how we live united.
We decided to volunteer with United Way at our community free health clinic.
United Way is how we contribute, because we know our time and money are going to the right places.
Judging by the thank yous we get at the clinic, I'd say we're doing the right thing with our retirement, too. We're Tom and Cindy Thornton. We volunteer at our community free health clinic. We don't just wear the shirt.
We live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Democrats in Congress may make their Halloween deadline to pass a bipartisan infrastructure bill and President Biden's larger social spending agenda.
President Biden huddled up with Senate leader Chuck Schumer and holdout Senator Joe Manchin in Delaware for what the White House called a productive discussion on the president's Build Back Better plan, agreeing to continue working behind the scenes with staff and other members in Congress. The number may be closer to half of what was requested, $1.75 trillion.
Fox's Lauren Blanchard. Sudan's top general confirms on television a military takeover of the country. There are protests in the capital, Khartoum.
Sudan has been attempting a transition to democracy, but its government says soldiers moved in this morning and arrested the Prime Minister and most of his cabinet. The US has been trying to assist the democratic transition. Special Envoy Jeffrey Feltman says he is deeply alarmed by reports of a coup.
Fox's Simon Owen. America's listening to Fox News.
This break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Wink News, traffic.
Good morning. A very wet start to the morning drive across Southwest Florida. We have several crashes across Lee County right now. One at Old Bayshore Road and State Road 31 in the Alva area. A couple in North Fort Myers, one at 41 right near Hancock Bridge Parkway, and another farther north near Lake Fairways Boulevard at Verano Drive. Also, a few crashes in Lehigh, one at Alabama Road South and State Road 82 with southbound delays. We have a crash also at Bryan Avenue North and 12th Street West in Lehigh, not too far from Lehigh Senior High with roadblock reported. A crash over toward Joel Boulevard and East 6th Street in Lehigh Acres with injuries and seeing delays in both directions on Joel North and southbound. Crash at Hickey Creek Road and Palm Beach Boulevard in Alva as well. And in Bonita Beach Road and Racetrack Road in Bonita Springs, crash with injuries and possibly some roadblock. Collier County, you've got crashes at Immokalee Road and Addison Place Drive and another along Sunshine Boulevard in in the Golden Gate area, not too far north of Sunset Road. That's your Wink News traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, happy Monday. Look for another gray, gloomier day today as abundant cloud cover sticks around. We'll also see some areas of scattered rain and even some thunderstorms all throughout the day and even into the early evening hours with a bit of a breeze today coming out of the south and west at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Temperatures will be topping off near 85 degrees. We should start to dry things up a bit more for tomorrow, though a few showers still remaining possible into your Tuesday, a high of 89 with a bit more sunshine back in the forecast. Wednesday, a dry day before we see our next cold front pass through for Thursday, bringing some scattered storms, windy conditions, and then some cooler temperatures to follow as we head into Halloween weekend. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
There's a reason they call tasteless, stale food leftovers. Feed your brain the right way. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, I'm Ty Lassiter, CEO and one of the managing partners of Key City Capital. And just recently, we held an in-person investor meeting right here in Naples and had over 100 attendees show up to learn about building their wealth rapidly. Key City Capital has been actively investing in cash-flowing real estate for over 10 years and generating safe, secure, double-digit returns for our investors. Key City Capital was founded to build and preserve wealth for our clients, as well as provide assistance with tax mitigation. And over 100 people just can't be wrong.
Call Key City Capital today to reserve your spot for our next dinner event. Call 239-330-2080. That's 239-330-2080. Or check us out online at kcap925.com. That's kcap925.com.
Celebrate your accomplishments with a previously enjoyed Rolex watch from Duncan's Diamonds. From sporty to dress models.
Hi, I'm Stuart Duncan, and here at Duncan's Diamonds, we have the finest previously enjoyed Rolexes available.
We make the process easy, beginning with the guidance of our expert consultants.
Why buy a new Rolex at full price when you can buy the exact same watch, only a few years older, certified, fixed up, refurbished with a 2-year warranty? And our knowledgeable staff will make your experience as memorable as your timepiece. Come to Duncan's Diamonds today and leave confident. You will receive the highest quality at the best possible prices. We will not be undersold by anyone, anytime, anywhere, and you can count on that.
Duncan's Diamonds. Come celebrate with the Rolex of your dreams. Naples at Mercado, Gulf Coast Town Center, and Fort Myers on US 41. Find your own one-of-a-kind jewelry.
This is a message for all men. Look, my family doctor said my ED was incurable. There was nothing anyone could do but perform surgery. My wife was supportive. She told me it wasn't important and there were other things we could do, but deep down, I knew she was disappointed. I felt less of a man, less of a husband. I was embarrassed. I heard the ads for the Fort Myers Men's Clinic, and I thought to myself, how can the doctors at that clinic claim to resolve my erectile dysfunction in 15 minutes or less? So I called, made an appointment, my wife went with me, and let me say, my doctor was wrong. We have regained our intimacy. They can help. No matter your age or your condition, $99 for a doctor consultation and a test dose of the medication can help. Call now, 239-317-7777, 317-7777, 317-7777, or FortMyersMen'sClinic.com. And be sure to ask about the incredible Pulse ED, known to increase stamina, sensitivity, and even size.
Maureen saved big shopping epic daily deals at Amazon. So now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. And with her brand new tableware, everyone's welcome at Maureen's table. All of her family, friends, even her neighbor with the pet. Hey, has anyone seen a ferret around here? Found it. Dig into Amazon's epic daily deals. Spend less, smile more.
Have lunch with Clay and Buck at noon, right after Glenn Beck at 9. 92.5 Fox News. Right.
Traffic reports today. Do not be that person. Take your time. It'll be there when you get there. Just one of those things. I know we're all in a big damn hurry. Mike Opelka in for Drew Steele today and tomorrow and Wednesday, God willing. And I mean that. And happy to have you along for the ride as well. 239-479-5592. Let's turn our outrage cannons on Dr. Fauci. Fauci has been the subject of many, many complaints over his time as the saint of COVID 1984, moving the goalposts every other day or week, or declaring that we wouldn't be able to have holidays with our family unless we complied. All of this stuff that made so many of us who believe in liberty and freedom and personal choice angry. We just want the truth. We just want honesty. Just tell us, hey, it's a new virus. We don't understand. But I think a lot of the reticence of Dr. Fauci to be honest with the American people is due to the fact that he didn't want us looking into his background. We know that Fauci had advance warning on the coronavirus being not naturally occurring. We know that. We know that because Jim Jordan, what an incredible guy in terms of his work in Congress and in hearings. Jim Jordan this summer was trying to grill Dr. Fauci. He would not show up for the hearing in the House. But Jim Jordan got a hold of Dr. Fauci's emails because, you work for the government. None of that stuff can be secret. And Jim Jordan talked about what Dr. Fauci was up to back then. And this relates to Dr. Fauci's knowledge of the COVID virus being not naturally occurring. I'll just play a little bit of this, a couple of these here.
Friday, January 31st, 2020 at 10:32 p.m., Dr. Fauci gets an email from Christian Anderson. Christian Anderson's a British researcher who's received numerous grants from NIH. Two really important sentences are in that email.
So now we're talking about the last day of January 2020, almost 2 years ago, 1 year, 9 months ago. It's unbelievable that this happened. This was before the pandemic had been declared. This was a British researcher writing to Dr. Fauci.
Two sentences that get Dr. Fauci's attention. The first is this: the unusual features of the virus make up a really small part of the genome. So one has to look really closely at all the sequences to see that some of the features look engineered. Again, this is January 31st, 2020. Second sentence: Eddie, Bob, Mike, and myself all find the genome inconsistent with expectations from evolutionary theory. Email arrives 10:32 to Dr. Fauci on January 31st, 2020.
Now, if that didn't get your attention, this was 2020, and we only heard about this summer in an obscure hearing in Congress that Jim Jordan exposed this. Of course, CNN didn't cover it. MSNBC didn't cover it. None of the liberal media would cover it. The Washington Post, the New York Times, none of those people. They buried that because, that's just a bunch of scientists saying, we don't think this is natural. Well, they were driving the narrative that this was naturally occurring. Let me give you a little more of Jim Jordan.
2 hours later, at 12:29 in the morning, Dr. Fauci sends an email to his top deputy, Mr. Hugh Auchincloss. Guys worked for Fauci for 15 years, part of his inner circle. Sends it, subject line says important in all capital letters. He attaches a paper on gain of function research written by Dr. Barrick and Dr. Shi. Dr. Shi, of course, is the so-called Bat Lady, Batwoman, the lady who does research in the Wuhan, China lab. This email, Dr. Fauci says, again, to his top deputy, it is essential that we speak this AM. Keep your cell phone on. Read this paper. You will have tasks to do today that must be done. Notice the intensity. Notice the focus. I mean, this is the house is on fire email here.
Yes. It goes on to say that Fauci led a conference call that we're not allowed to know what was discussed in that conference call, that nobody from the U.S. was on it. These were all foreign medical experts who had been involved in a lot of Fauci's shenanigans. And we weren't allowed to know. Fauci sent contradictory information the exact same day. Now, this is after midnight on February 1st, 2020. We're almost 2 years into this. And Fauci is misleading the Trump administration, saying that the gain of function thing is Bravo Sierra. None of this stuff happened. It is naturally occurring. It was either a bat or a pangolin, a weird little animal. So Fauci's been a bad guy from day one, in my mind. Now we have confirmation. Now we have verification. Remember when Fauci told us, don't wear masks. Masks aren't effective. He was trying to save the masks for the medical workers because we had a mask shortage. Yeah, that was real. And then he told us that we all have to wear masks, sometimes 2 masks. And why not 3? Seriously. This is a bad guy. And now, over the weekend, we have heard possibly the most horrific story about Dr. Fauci ever. Not just the fact that he actually funded gain of function research, which would lead to the COVID-1984 coronavirus being engineered to be more powerful than a naturally occurring coronavirus. Fauci gave money to a group that then gave money to the group that was doing it, and he knew about it. He knew about it from day one, but he was covering his hindquarters because he likes being the saint. He likes being the saint of the health world. He likes being the hero. He also likes the $1.2 million that he is paid by you and I. But now we hear that there is a story that Dr. Fauci may not be able to duck. And I want to warn you, as a dog owner, as a dog lover, as a dog rescuer, this is maybe the hardest thing I've ever had to explain on radio. The story is that Dr. Fauci allegedly funded a research lab in another part of the world, which was doing research on puppies. They were trying to do medical research, and they used puppies as their live test animals. These look like beagle puppies, I believe they are. They are just cute beyond anyone's understanding. And we all know how smart dogs are. We all know how amazing dogs are. In this research program, these puppies, dozens of them, were locked in boxes with their head inside a sealed container filled with hungry sandflies. And the sandflies, or fleas, I almost can't say this. It's almost beyond, there's nothing humane about what was happening to these puppies. These carnivorous sand fleas were in the boxes where the puppies' heads were. The rest of the puppies' bodies were immobilized and they weren't allowed to protect themselves. And the labs reportedly also cut the vocal cords on the dogs so that nobody doing the research would have to be subjected to the cries of these innocent, wonderful, brilliant animals. I don't know how Dr. Fauci sleeps at night, not knowing this gave him cover. But now that we know it, we can't give him cover anymore. This guy's got to go. How does anyone let this happen? I'm beyond upset that Fauci was allowed to continue in his role as the head of the NIH and what he did with COVID-1984. Beyond upset about that and the funding for gain of function research. This horrific experimentation on animals, innocent animals, that is so cruel and so beyond the pale, may be what gets him out. Maybe. We all have to pray that that happens. I don't know if I can talk about this too much more because it is so upsetting to me. It is so disgusting. It is so inhumane. It is so awful. I'm going to turn to the phone. Steve is on the phone in Fort Myers. Hello, Steve. Welcome to the program. Sorry to make it so heavy today, but this is I think this is an important topic.
Well, I'm going to make it a little bit heavier. My belief is that the Democratic Party deliberately brought about this COVID-19 on purpose to stall out the election in 2020.
Steve, I'm gonna pull the plug on this one. I don't think the Democrats are can be even that evil. I don't think they did that. I think what we did was follow the money. I think this is all about the money. You had a guy who's been a government employee for 50 years, Fauci, whatever. I think it's been 50 years. He's been a government employee. He's the highest paid guy. He's very, very powerful guy. The world looks to him. He was the guy who had power to direct money to different organizations, and he liked the attention of China and the power that China holds over its people. He directed funding to do this gain of function research. I don't know if he actually knew everything that was going on, but he knew that gain of function was happening, and he lied about it to us. So I don't even I can't believe the Democrats would engineer or endorse the engineering of a virus that would kill 750,000 Americans and millions around the world. I don't even think they're that evil. But I do think Fauci is a power crazed bureaucrat who has allowed the inhumane research that was done on the puppies and allowed the gain of function research and then lied about it because he got caught. So, it's interesting, and we can chase conspiracy theories all day long. There are millions of them out there, but I'm going to push the pause button on this one, Steve. I just want us all to let our representatives and senators know that they have to push for Fauci to go. This has to be the first bipartisan statement that happens during the Biden administration. We certainly haven't had one yet. I'm just saying, get on the horn today. Get Byron on the phone. Let's get Byron Donaldson on the phone. Tell him he's got to push to get Fauci out. Fauci must go, and he must be stripped of his pension. They won't do it. There's no accountability in this administration yet. Zero. And it infuriates me beyond any level of understanding. It is just about 9 minutes before 8 o'clock. Mike Opelka in for Drew Steele. Join us, 239-479-5592. And let's hang out with Teresa O'Shea in traffic.
Dealing with a crash with westbound backups and roadblock on Daniels Parkway right near Plantation Road. So watch out for major backups between 6 Mile and Plantation, especially, and near Metro Parkway as well. Crash in Lehigh Acres with possible roadblock. That's at Gunnery Road South and State Road 82. Just seeing some backups in both directions at the intersection on 82. No injuries reported there. A crash right now through South Tamiami Trail and Youngquist Road in South Fort Myers. And another on 41 right near Williams Road toward Estero. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Good Monday morning. A very wet start to the morning drive across most of Southwest Florida. We have a crash right now at Daniels Parkway and Plantation Road with possible injuries and roadblocks.
Liberals suck. That's why we have Clay and Buck. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton. Today, noon to 3 on 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
Pandemic, market drops, elections. Don't let the noise and fear distract you. Where do you go for clarity in uncertain times? I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's financial planner. For experience, advice on planning for retirement, visit savingtheinvestor.com.
When you want the very best for your home, there's only one name that stands alone. Hardware and glass in harmony. No frames, no mess. You'll love what you see. Quality, style, and huge selection. Give your bath the look of perfection. Want to see more? Go to my shower door.
Where do designers store their clients' furniture when doing an estate home remodel? Rice's Moving and Transport in Naples, with over 10,000 square feet of air-conditioned storage space. Designers use Rice's Moving and Transport for one reason: trust. They know Rice's Moving team will pad wrap and inspect all articles carefully, then securely store them. Contractors use Rice's during a remodel to store customers' personal items too. Upon completion, everything is then returned to your home, completely unpacked and carefully reassembled. Another important point to consider when selecting a mover is this: only a handful of moving companies actually follow all the laws. Many moving companies simply pay employees in cash. This creates an issue for you as they are not insured. If there's an accident, you're responsible. So if you're planning a whole home or condo remodel, or need help moving and storing your treasured furniture and valuables, trust Rice's Moving and Transport, fully licensed and insured for your peace of mind. Rice'sMoving.net, moving you into the future.
What makes Genesis of Naples the #1 selling Genesis dealer in the nation? It's our incredible selection and professional sales staff. Hi, I'm Sheila Zellers, owner of Genesis of Naples. When I drive my beautiful new 2021 Genesis GV80 around town, the first thing everyone says to me is, "What is that beautiful SUV?" I tell them it's the all-new first ever SUV from Genesis. Then they usually ask, "How much does it cost?" I know it's hard to believe, but it starts at just $49,500 and the fully equipped Prestige for just over $70,000. It has an amazing interior and breathtaking design and your choice of turbo engines and rear and all-wheel drive. But that's not all. We have a huge selection of the all-new 2021 Genesis G80s and G90s. Come visit Genesis of Naples on Airport Road or genesisofnaples.com. I love my GV80 and you'll love it too.
All offers with approved credit on select models. Based on January 2021 retail sales. 72 months at $0 per month for 1,005 months. No down payment required.
Imagine replacing your old kitchen with the kitchen of your dreams. Brand new custom-made cabinet doors. Drawer fronts, hand-finished by true craftsmen. Designer hardware, new hinges, and everything installed beautifully in less than a week, start to finish. Expensive? No. To the contrary, with refacing by Cornerstone, you'll save so much, we should really talk about your master bathroom too. Go for wow. Go for Cornerstone.
Throughout the month of October, Jason and Todd at the Diamond District want to offer you 5 years interest-free financing on the largest selection of beautiful fashion diamond jewelry now at the Diamond District. Financing based on approved credit and available on the entire selection of fashionable diamond jewelry.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
It is about 5 minutes before 8 o'clock. Mike Opelka in for Drew Steele today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. And I know I went a little long in that segment, but this whole Fauci thing has got me really torqued up. I'm still mad about what he did with COVID. I'm even madder about what he did to innocent puppies, allegedly. Be careful if you put this into the search engine on your computer. Be careful. The photos and the reports will absolutely stop your heart. And the people that did this need to go straight to hell and burn. And the people who funded it need to be in the car behind them. And if Fauci funded it and knew about it, he needs to be walked out of his office today and possibly perp walked for being part of a criminal enterprise. Remember, who was the football player? Michael Vick actually went to prison for 2 years for torturing animals. Went to prison. I believe it was Gandhi says we judge a society on how they treat their animals. If this is the case, society is doomed. If Fauci is funding this, if he knew, and he may not have known, he may plead ignorance to not knowing this was going on. Cruel, unnecessary, taxpayer-funded experiments on dogs. God help us. Fauci must go. Fauci must be gone. COVID was bad enough. This is Dr. Mengele stuff. Mike Opelka stepping aside. 1 more hour to go, filling in for Drew on Daybreak on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
This is Daybreak.
92.5 Fox News.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. You know, when I was a kid, you could drive a go-kart down Cypress Lake Drive and never pass a car. Now, I can't even see the sidewalk from the traffic. Southwest Florida has really grown, and the choice for air conditioning contractors has grown with it. When you're looking for a contractor, find a local family-owned business with the owner as the license holder. Use only companies with NATE certified mechanics, the only true certification in this business. Use families that invest locally and not conglomerates owned by some foreign international company. In other words, use Kobe Cooling. Call us at 239-482-1542. When you think of air conditioning companies, we hope you'll think of Kobe Cooling. No nonsense and no pressure. We're the company your neighbors use. License CACO 57313. Kobe, the most trusted name in this business since 1949, locally owned and operated.
When listening to the radio in your car, remember to always drive on the right side of the road. Keep it here on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Manufactured in the USA, Plantation Shutters for You is your best choice for plantation shutters. Custom measured and installed just for you. Built to last forever. Call today for a free consultation. Discounts for all military and first responders. Also, if you support Biden, don't blinking call us. PlantationShuttersForYou.com.
From early morning till late at night, 92.5 Fox News gets talk radio right. Drew gets you going right with live and local talk 6 to 9. Then Beck's got your back 9 to noon. Then comes Clay Travis and Buck Sexton at noon, Sean Hannity at 3, Mark Levin at 8, and Dan Bongino from 10 till late. From early morning till late at night, 92.5 Fox News is right all along. Even the left speaker sounds right when you're listening to 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
Democrats say they're closer to an agreement. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi tells CNN State of the Union they're about 90% in agreement on a plan whittled down from $3.5 trillion on social spending.
It is less than we had was projected to begin with, but it's still bigger than anything we have ever done.
The talks continued over the weekend with a key moderate.
President Biden hosted Senator Joe Manchin at his house in Delaware. Chuck Schumer also attended the Wilmington powwow, which goes to show the urgency of getting something done sooner than Speaker Pelosi's artificial Halloween deadline, because several days before Halloween, the president is going to leave the country for the G20 in Italy.
Fox's Peter Ducey. Republicans oppose all the spending and tax hikes on wealthier Americans. The good-funded Congressman Buddy Carter tells Fox.
$2.1 trillion increase, and it's going to impact the middle class and the lower class just as much.
But if Democrats are united, Republicans do not have the votes to stop passage. The GOP also claims all that spending will add to already increasing inflation. Gas prices keep rising, and they're continuing every day.
In the past 2 weeks, we have a 13 cents a gallon hike in retail gasoline to $3.44.
Analyst Julie Lundberg's survey of stations has the average about a nickel more than AAA. It was like a whip and a pop. That's what Joel Souza said about the shooting on the set of Rust last week in New Mexico. He's the movie's director who was also wounded, and he said he did hear the assistant director hand the prop gun to actor Alec Baldwin, telling him it was a cold gun, meaning it was safe, but it wasn't. Baldwin accidentally shot and killed the cinematographer. There's some nasty weather out in the Northwest and in California.
Some hazardous driving conditions, especially in the mountains where we could see some blizzard conditions, and then heavy rainfall along the coast.
That's Fox meteorologist Janice Dean. 2 people in Washington state were killed when a tree fell on their car. America's listening to Fox News.
This Wink News Update is presented by New South Window Solutions. Find them online at newsouthwindow.com.
Wink News Traffic.
Dealing with a crash with westbound backups and roadblock on Daniels Parkway right near Plantation Road. So watch out for major backups between 6 Mile and Plantation, especially in near Metro Parkway as well. Crash in Lehigh Acres with possible roadblock. That's at Gunnery Road South and State Road 82. Just seeing some backups in both directions at the intersection on 82. No injuries reported there. A crash right now through South Tamiami Trail and Youngquist Road in South Fort Myers. And another on 41 right near Williams Road toward Estero. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, happy Monday. Look for another gray, gloomier day today as abundant cloud cover sticks around. We'll also see some areas of scattered rain and even some thunderstorms all throughout the day and even into the early evening hours with a bit of a breeze today coming out of the south and west at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Temperatures will be topping off near 85 degrees. We should start to dry things up a bit more for tomorrow, though a few showers still remaining possible into your Tuesday, a high of 89 with a bit more sunshine back in the forecast. Wednesday, a dry day before we see our next cold front pass through for Thursday, bringing some scattered storms, windy conditions, and then some cooler temperatures to follow as we head into Halloween weekend. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Looking for 92.5 Fox News online? Big news. You'll be all set when you go to rightallalong.net.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. At New South, we are determined to build the best Florida window. Energy-efficient windows that stand up to heat and hurricanes. We call it the ultimate Florida window. Factory direct and guaranteed for life. New South has installed tens of thousands of windows across the state and has been named one of the fastest growing window companies in the nation. And that is why we're New South proud.
Going on now. Save 35% off factory direct windows and doors. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
At Encore Luxury Cabinets and Design, they know selection and quality are essential when it comes to buying cabinets for your home. That's why they're proud to represent some of the finest luxury lines of cabinetry that offer a variety of selections to fit any lifestyle. Encore Luxury Cabinets and Design is the exclusive dealer for Padini, a globally recognized leader for handcrafted modern high-gloss Italian cabinetry. For those who appreciate the legacy of hardwoods and standard features like dovetail construction and soft close drawers, their Amish, Canadian, and North American lines offer that and more. Encore's exceptional reputation for beautiful 3D design, functional style, and service make them the perfect partner for you, your builder, interior designer, and architect. Call Encore at 239-331-5287 to schedule a design consultation at their expanded Naples showroom. Or visit EncoreCabinetDesign.com for inspiration for your residential cabinetry, new home construction, or remodeling project.
If you needed heart surgery, who would you call? A doctor who's done it every day, or a doctor who's done it once a year? The same is true about your erectile dysfunction. At the Fort Myers Men's Clinic, our Florida physicians focus on one thing: solving your ED. High blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, prostate cancer, these all contribute to your ED. And our physicians at the Fort Myers Men's Clinic know how to solve your problems. We have over 50 different custom formulations tailored just for you. You get to try the medication containing FDA-approved ingredients right in our office. Your total cost for the consultation, test dose, testosterone, and PSA test is only $99. If the test dose doesn't work, you pay us nothing. So you have absolutely nothing to lose, but everything to gain. Call now. 239-317-7777. That's 239-317-7777. And move from skeptic to believer. 317-7777. 317-7777. Or online at FortMyersMen'sClinic.com.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Well, it's not Drew Steele, but he's my brother. It's Mike Opelka in for my brother, Drew Steele. Happy to be here. Thrilled to be here on Daybreak. I'll be here through Wednesday, and then Drew will be back on Thursday. I am absolutely still frothing at the mouth over the Dr. Fauci story, and I want to encourage you to take to social media, if you're on social media, Facebook, Instagram, the Twitter, which is where I am. I'm on the Twitter. Mike Opelka, you can find me on Twitter. I usually use my Twitter handle, StuntBrain, at StuntBrain. It's my production company. We think for other people. But this story needs to go uber viral. It needs to be the biggest question in Washington, D.C. today. Why is Fauci still working? Why is Dr. Fauci, after all the missteps, after all the lies we were told about COVID and about gain of function research that Rand Paul Rand Paul has a fabulous interview in Axios, not a place I normally recommend, but Axios gave Rand Paul the room to cut into Dr. Fauci a little bit and say, you know, the guy's lying. He lied to Congress. He did. He knew about gain of function research, and which makes me wonder if he knew about this hideous Dr. Mengele type experimentation being done on puppies, 44 beagle puppies, reportedly funded by our National Institutes of Health under Dr. Fauci. He's got to go. He has to go. And while we're at it, we would like Attorney General Merrick Garland to go, or to publicly end his war on parents who stand up at school boards. I don't know if you saw it over the weekend. The National School Board group that wrote the letter to the Attorney General after, I believe, they were prompted by the White House to go after these parents. I do. I believe all these big liberal groups are in cahoots. Otherwise, you know, Biden's first day sworn in on January 20th of this year, the teachers union was in the White House that day. They're all in it together. They're all trying to get their agenda passed. And thankfully, we've managed to stop some of it. I'm worried that Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer have crawled into some sort of deal with the devil that will allow them to pass $1.7 trillion more in this human infrastructure, which is nothing more than Soviet Union style socialism, gateway drug to communism. I'm totally against the whole thing. Kill the bill. Half is not a deal. Half is still half of the shiv going into your back. I'm very worried about that. So I'd like Fauci gone. I would like Merrick Garland gone. I'd like Joe Biden gone, but for the fact that we'd be stuck with Kamala Harris, and wouldn't that be the absolute worst? Some news on last week's CNN town hall. The ratings for the CNN town hall were not surprisingly in the toilet. Absolutely in the toilet. So they won't be doing more of those. It was not only awful and mumbling and fumbling Joe Biden, it was poorly watched, which is a good thing. The phones are popping a little bit this hour. 239-479-5592. You can talk or text. Chuck is on the phone in Punta Gorda. Hey, Chuck, welcome to the program.
Good morning, Mr. Mike. How are you?
I'm angry today. I'm angry about a lot of things, about the Fauci thing. Okay. I'm angry Garland and stuff. But you know, you guys are helping me out.
All these Democratic groups that are in cahoots, boy, you said the magic words, and it strikes me. And the reason I called in is because, you know, since the Democratic National Committee was caught feeding all the questions to the media that they wanted them to ask Hillary Clinton at the debate, and it sort of blew up in their face, we haven't heard not a single word about the Democratic National Committee. As far as I'm concerned, they are the head of the snake, and Perez even looks like Satan. Come on. What is going on with the Democratic National Committee? What are they doing? Are they behind all of this? All of the stuff we see the Democrats doing?
Of course. Well,
are they in cahoots?
Chuck, there's a couple of things going on here, and the DNC has to take a back seat when they win the election. So Biden becomes the titular head of the party, and we all know that he's not there. His brain isn't working. It's broken. So what they do is look back to Barack Hussein Obama and say, you know, this guy you gave us, he can't get it done, so you're going to have to come in off the bench a little bit. He did so this weekend. I've got a clip actually from what he said at the Terry McAuliffe. We're not calling him McAuliffe. My friend Chris came up with that. So the DNC will take kind of a half step back. And you notice the same thing happened when Debbie What's-Her-Name Schultz got caught in 2016 helping out a little much. So you had Donna Brazile feeding the questions on the debate to Hillary. You have Debbie What's-Her-Name Schultz, who was messing with things. But when you win the election, when you actually pull it off and win the election, Then you have the DNC will just sit in the back, and they're the operation. Now they have raised that there's Act Blue, this other group that's tied into the DNC. They're the people who are the collection arm for the Black Lives Matter people. They brought in somewhere in the area of $150 million in the last year. So the Democrats have a lot of money, and they're keeping their powder dry until midterms, because they're not going to spend a dime until they have to defend the midterm. So keep an eye on that, Chuck.
Yeah, well. So why aren't we getting a daily report on who the Democratic committee is talking to and what they're talking about? And I want to know more about what the head of the snake is doing. Where's the reporting?
Well, you know that MSNBC and CNN are not going to do it. Fox is doing a yeoman duty on this. The AP is in the tank as well. Reuters, all the big news agencies are not going to do any true investigative work. You've got Project Veritas, which is doing as well as it can based on they got the social media's got its foot on the neck of anyone who's a conservative. So it's a really tough battle, but I will tell you, Fox is doing a great job. And CNN, what was it? 2 weeks ago, Wednesday, William Shatner went up in the rocket and flew into space for like 5 minutes, and the whole world watched. CNN couldn't get 1 million viewers that day. Fox on a regular day does 2 million. So CNN and MSNBC are absolutely in the toilet right now with their ratings. So it's no surprise they're not going to cover this stuff. We have to keep pushing it forward. We have to do it on social media, and we have to remind the members of Congress to do it. Chuck, nice. I will dig in and see if there's any update on what the DNC is doing and see if anybody's covering it, and I'll report again tomorrow. Thank you, sir. God bless. Mary Kay is in Cape Coral. Mary Kay, welcome to the program.
Yes, good morning. This is something that I don't think they're telling us about, and I only found out about it from the man that brought my husband's ashes to me. FEMA is reimbursing, I don't know what the percentage is, but funeral expenses, cremation expenses. If you've had someone that the death certificate shows that they died from COVID-19, all you have to do is go to FEMA.gov. You'll see a blue line that has disaster assistance is the first thing on the left. If you click on that, then you drop down to coronavirus COVID-19, and you can just walk through. They tell you what you have to have in order to get this assistance. I did sign up for it the Monday after Bob's ashes were brought to me. I am waiting now to get the letter from them, and after I get that letter, I have to send a copy, not the original, of his long-form death certificate, and one other thing that right now I can't remember exactly what it is. You send it to them, and eventually there's going to be I see, it's the funeral expenses.
Yeah,
and this can even be. You've heard of it?
Yeah, this was one of the things that was shoved into the early relief bills when we started spending trillions of dollars, and it goes back to January 20th of 2020.
Yes.
So if you have a death certificate attributed to COVID-19, not with COVID, from COVID, which is why a lot of people are signing those death certificates, it's $9,000 per funeral with a maximum of $35,500 per application. Now, I don't know what makes it go up that high, but it looks like a baseline $9,000 per funeral. Do the math on it. What do we have? 740,000 people who've died from COVID, apparently. So let's say 745,000 who've died from COVID. If you multiply that times $9,000, I've got my Bomar brain here. That's like $6 trillion, I think.
Yeah.
And who's paying for that?
Are they giving a percentage of what it costs you, or what?
It says up to $9,000 per funeral.
But does that? Yeah, I had my husband cremated because I don't have 9, 10, 11,000 to have a funeral, and his family's not where I am anyhow. And I just looked at it this way. I found a neighbor lady that her husband died from that last year, and she hadn't heard of it. And it's like I told her, if I get $100 back, can I say, Sarah, that it's an illegal that's not getting my money that I paid in? But it is how it is, you know. So anyhow, I'm
Well,
just glad that you took my call.
Yeah, of course I am, and able to, and happy to take your calls. This is one of the things, and this is one of the reasons I get very tense about these gigantic bills that nobody reads, because buried in all of these bills are little sneaky things. These Democrats are sneaky Pete's, as my mom used to call them. Sneaky Pete's got something hidden in there that they want to put on you. Now, do some people need help in the funeral expenses for a loved one? Yeah. Does everybody? No. But this is that Soviet style thinking that they're going to try and sell this giant candy government sugar giveaway. And I'm completely against a massive takeover of our society, and we are going to kill innovation and drive and every kind of individual that is out there. That's ultimately what's behind all of this. And I know it's kind of a weird leap to go from a funeral expense hidden in a government program to the killing of innovation, but that's what's going on. Everyone's going to be equal on the same level, and we're going to make sure everybody gets exactly the same. Well, then you kill any drive any individual has to do better for themselves or their family. That's what's at the root of that. And it's buried in all these bills. We have to root it out and look at everyone. I will tell you, there's some scary stuff in the original $3.5 trillion deal that is now going to be cut back. Essentially, it's not being cut back. They're cutting the time, because once a program is in the government, it never goes away. Never goes away. Thank you, Mary Kay. Appreciate you being there. You want to join the conversation, you can. 239-479-5592. 239-479-5592. It's Mike Opelka in for Drew Steele on Daybreak on 92.5 Fox News.
Good morning. A very messy morning drive across most of Southwest Florida, including Lee County especially. We have a crash we're keeping an eye on along 75 mile marker 139 near the exit to Luckett Road in Fort Myers. Southbound, seeing delays there. Another crash also on 75 southbound near the exit to Corkscrew Road near mile marker 123. Heading through Bonita Springs, we've got a crash at Old 41 and Thomas Road. Another going on along Kingsbury Street East and Charwood Avenue in Lehigh Acres. Another crash at Leonard Boulevard South in the 4500 block in Lehigh. Crash in Cape Coral at Del Prado and Business 41. Heading through Estero, crash at Estero Parkway and Rookery Drive. And a busy morning commute along 41 in South Fort Myers at Youngquist Road and South Tamiami Trail. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Temperatures only set to top off in the middle 80s today, thanks to the cloud cover, along with that chance for scattered rain and thunderstorms. It'll continue with us as we head into the remainder of this afternoon and even into early on this evening. Tuesday, though, looking a bit drier, though a few showers should remain possible. More sunshine in the mix, allowing temperatures to warm back up into the upper 80s, closer to 90 degrees. Wednesday, another dry day with a high of 88 degrees before we see our next cold front pass through for Thursday, bringing some scattered storms, windy conditions, and then some cooler, less humid conditions to follow, just in time for Halloween weekend. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Joe Biden's plan for America? Recycled leftovers. Time for some right thinking. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
When your celebration of life is prepaid in advance, it becomes a gift from you to your family later, because no one should have to plan for a loss while they're experiencing one. Paying in advance protects your loved ones and gives you the peace of mind you deserve. Let us help you plan every detail with professionalism and compassion. We're Hodges Funeral Home at Naples Memorial Gardens. Find us at dignitymemorial.com.
I'm Mark Anajar from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Unfortunately, many drivers in Florida do not carry liability insurance or have limits of insurance that are insufficient to cover your injuries. Uninsured motorist is valuable coverage that you can purchase to protect you in those instances. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
Office in Fort Myers, Naples.
Want to make your home a more comfortable place but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, they'll show you our full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits into your home budget. Because in this economy, who couldn't use a little more comfort? Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Visit Accurate Comfort Services online at AccurateComfortServices.com today. License number CMC 057023.
The right window can be the difference between minor damage to your home and catastrophe. Most windows and doors are not a match for hurricane winds and windborne debris. Harsh weather meet your match. CGI's Element Shield Impact Doors and Windows, available at Lowe's. The innovation and attention to excellence in CGI's Element Shield provides you with the comfort of knowing you have high-performing, impact-resistant windows that withstand nature's worst and also deters intruders and keeps loud noises out. CGI's Element Shield impact-resistant doors and windows come in a variety of sizes and designs, which you can customize to match the style of your home. The right window can help protect your loved ones. The right window can save you on your home insurance. The right window increases resale value to your home. For 24/7 protection for your home, invest in the right window. CGI's Element Shield Impact, available only at Lowe's. Visit CGI@Lowe's.com today. That's CGI@Lowe's.com.
Health insurance. We all hate it, but we have to have it. Hey, Southwest Florida, it's Tyler McCluskey here, and as an insurance executive for the past 10 years, I now host a show every Saturday at 11 a.m. right here on 92.5 Fox News. I explain everything you need to know about the health insurance industry and show you all how to save money. For more information, tune in this Saturday at 11 or call now for a free quote at 239-633-3140 or online at tylermccluskey.com.
When was the last time you checked in on your insurance? Give CIG a chance to review your current coverage and find you better rates. Hi, this is Brian Chapman at Chapman Insurance Group. My team and I are dedicated to finding you the best suited coverage at the best rates. Give us an opportunity to quote your home, auto, business, or flood policy. I'm confident we can save you money for the same or better coverage. Qualified agents are standing by. Visit CIGFlorida.com or call an office near you today. Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Port Charlotte, and Punta Gorda. CIGFlorida.com.
After Drew, it's Glenn Beck 9 till noon. You've come to the right place. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
It is 25 minutes after 8 o'clock on a Monday. Mike Opelka on Daybreak for my buddy Drew Steele. Be here for a couple days. And I really appreciate this audience jumping in, getting involved. 239-479-5592. We still have another hot half hour to finish up. But before I go to wrap up this half hour, Martin's calling from Bonita Springs. Hello, Martin. How are you, sir?
Hi, I am doing fine. You know why I'm calling, right? Yes,
You're,
no?
you have a basic inability to deal rationally with a disconcerted, precarious emotional situation. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's pretty much right.
Okay.
Yeah, I was listening to your show, and you had a gentleman come on just a few minutes ago, and to that guy, no problem. I know why you're doing it, but they are not the Democratic National Convention, and if we keep talking like that,
committee,
we're going to.
They call themselves the Democrat. Marty,
Yes,
we're
sir.
pals here. I have little
Go ahead.
time to get to, but I just want to explain something. It's
Sure.
2021. We have men who call themselves women. We have boys who
Yeah.
call themselves girls. We have people who insist that you call them by what they want to be called or you will be canceled. We have a member of Congress who has been suspended from Twitter because he refused to call Rachel Levine a woman and referred to Rachel Levine as a man, and now he's suspended from Twitter. The Democrats would like to be called the Democratic Party. They call themselves the Democratic National Committee. We call them dummies. That's all that really
But they're
matters.
not really called that. It's the Democrat National Committee, and we
Well,
are the ones.
All right,
that
all
are-
right. I told you. You got a little tolerance you got to offer these people, and we have to take a break.
This is Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
Did you know people drive from all over Florida to save money on diamonds?
Hi, I'm Stuart Duncan from Duncan's Diamonds, and we have thousands of diamonds, all shapes, all sizes, half carat to 10 carats. Because we are direct diamond importers, we own one of the largest selections of amazing diamonds here in the United States.
And offer prices 30 to 50% lower than other jewelers, where overhead cost is very high. Duncan's Diamonds hand-picks diamonds from diamond cutters all over the world to ensure you get the best.
We want you to find that diamond that you really love today and save.
And at Duncan's Diamonds, we have spectacular financing and layaway plans, including no or low interest.
A $2,000 engagement ring is only $66 a month. A $3,000 pair of diamond stud earrings is just $84 a month. Best prices guaranteed, low monthly payments, a spectacular gift from Duncan's Diamonds. We want you to find the diamond you love today and save.
Naples at Mercado, Gulf Coast Town Center, and Fort Myers on US 41.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
This is a message for all men. Look, my family doctor said my ED was incurable. There was nothing anyone could do but perform surgery. My wife was supportive. She told me it wasn't important and there were other things we could do, but deep down, I knew she was disappointed. I felt less of a man, less of a husband. I was embarrassed. I heard the ads for the Fort Myers Men's Clinic, and I thought to myself, how can the doctors at that clinic claim to resolve my erectile dysfunction in 15 minutes or less? So I called, made an appointment, my wife went with me, and let me say, my doctor was wrong. We have regained our intimacy. They can help. No matter your age or your condition, $99 for a doctor consultation and a test dose of the medication can help. Call now, 239-317-7777, 317-7777, 317-7777, or FortMyersMen'sClinic.com. And be sure to ask about the incredible Pulse ED, known to increase stamina, sensitivity, and even size.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Democrats in Congress are looking to wrap up internal talks on their big social spending plan. It won't include everything President Biden and progressives want, but Mississippi Congressman Benny Thompson tells CBS Face the Nation.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but it's the ultimate product at the end. I know what we have at the end is good for America, and if we don't get everything in this package, we'll have another opportunity.
What they see here is a chance to make America a little more socialist, or a lot more socialist.
That's Utah Senate Republican Mike Lee on Fox. A big storm's been hitting California.
Sacramento's already had its second wettest day on record. San Francisco has had their 9th wettest day on record.
David Roth with the National Weather Service there. There are evacuations due to flooding, also mudslides and power outages. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Wink News, traffic.
Good morning. A very messy morning drive across most of southwest Florida, including Lee County especially. We have a crash we're keeping an eye on along 75-mile marker 139 near the exit to Luckett Road in Fort Myers. Southbound seeing delays there. Another crash also On 75 southbound near the exit to Corkscrew Road near mile marker 123. Heading through Bonita Springs, we've got a crash at Old 41 and Thomas Road. Another going on along Kingsbury Street East and Charwood Avenue in Lehigh Acres. Another crash at Leonard Boulevard South in the 4500 block in Lehigh. Crash in Cape Coral at Del Prado and Business 41. Heading through Estero, crash at Estero Parkway and Rookery Drive. And a busy morning commute along 41 in South Fort Myers at Youngquist Road and South Tamiami Trail. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, happy Monday. Look for another gray, gloomier day today as abundant cloud cover sticks around. We'll also see some areas of scattered rain and even some thunderstorms all throughout the day and even into the early evening hours with a bit of a breeze today coming out of the south and west at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Temperatures will be topping off near 85 degrees. We should start to dry things up a bit more for tomorrow, though a few showers still remaining possible into your Tuesday, a high of 89 with a bit more sunshine back in the forecast. Wednesday, a dry day before we see our next cold front pass through for Thursday, bringing some scattered storms, windy conditions, and then some cooler temperatures to follow as we head into Halloween weekend. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Keeping it right here. We're 92.5 Fox News. And we've been right all along.
Hi, it's Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes. They say love and passion makes the world go round. Love for home, family, your country, partner, a friend, and love for food. Stevie wants to be part of your love with our food, drink, sports, and fun. Our passion for your satisfaction brings our love to all of our great customers. Whether it's our brisket short rib burgers, Chicago pizza, fajitas, wings, fish fry, or ribs, it's delivered to your table with love. So at Stevie's, we invite you to share our love of great food, drinks, sports, and fun. You'll never get bored or broke. We feel loved by the sound of our great customers. We promise to treat you like family at your home away from home. I guarantee it. For daily specials, go to StevieTomato.com. Stevie Tomatoes sports page. Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. Come, come, come.
Stevie Tomatoes sports page. Come for the food. Stay for the sports.
I'm John Morgan. All law firms are not the same. As America's largest personal injury firm, we have more trials, more lawyers, more office buildings, and more caring staff members than any other injury law firm in the world. There's really nothing else like it. Our reputation and results speak for themselves. With more than 2 million people just like you calling us every single year, your trust in us means the world to me. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
I'm Harvey Massey. Think about this for a moment. Pest control involves applying pesticides inside your home, whether needed or not. At Massey Services, we just don't do that. We prevent pests from getting inside your home so we won't have to control them later. Why settle for pest control when you can trust Massey's pest prevention? It's guaranteed or your money back. Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
Want to work with the best pros in the HVAC industry? You just might be a match for our team. 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating is seeking trustworthy, friendly individuals who want a rewarding career helping people. With industry-leading salaries, benefits, and growth potential, we also provide ongoing training and professional development. Join our team. Call 855-1HOUR or visit onehourair.com.
Always on time or you don't pay a dime. Always on time or you don't pay a dime.
An equal opportunity employer.
True relief for back and neck pain. Did you play golf or tennis today and wish that you didn't have to deal with the back or neck pain? Do you feel hesitant to swing all the way through or run across the court because of pain? People just assume they have to live with it or just get epidurals. They are wrong. People look at it from the wrong perspective. Most people only think about treating the symptoms and not the cause. At Johnson Spinal Care 596 Back, we treat the cause using non-surgical spinal decompression. Now available for anyone, not just the injured or professional athletes. Spinal decompression is a safe, non-surgical treatment that takes pressure off the nerves and discs, increasing blood circulation, allowing the back to heal. Safe, long-lasting results for sciatica, stenosis, scoliosis, herniated discs, or even failed back surgery. Don't suffer. Call my Medicare-friendly office today for a free telephone consultation. Johnson Spinal Care, 596-BACK, 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Stay right here, because after Drew, it's Glenn Beck, 9 to noon. 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
It is 23 minutes to back. Mike Opelka in for Drew Steele on Daybreak today and tomorrow and Wednesday. Happy to have you along. Well, I'm happy to have most of you along. I was just reading through some of the text messages. And everybody's got a voice, right? That's what the First Amendment is about. I'm a big fan of the First Amendment. My license plate on my little car says after one. And people always ask me, what the hell does that mean, after one? It means after the First Amendment, everything else is secondary. If we don't protect the First Amendment, we are toast, ladies and gentlemen. So I love and respect that First Amendment. I fight for your right to say things, even if they're dumb, even if they're insulting. I will stand up and fight and defend your right to be as ignorant as you want to be. And you have to fight for mine, too. You absolutely have to stand up and fight for mine. The phone number here, 239-479-5592. I like to lead with my mistakes because occasionally I make them. And earlier we were talking about the FEMA payments for people who died from COVID, $9,000 a body. At least that's what it says in the FEMA paperwork I was reading. I miscalculated. And the total cost, if we were to pay $9,000 for each and every COVID death, would be almost $7 billion, not $7 trillion. I kind of added some zeros there. So excuse me. I have a degree in communications, not in astrophysics or math. So the person who wrote in and corrected me, thank you very much. I don't mind being corrected. I'm a married guy. That happens. Also, somebody wrote and said, look, man, it's always a friendly way to open up a conversation. Look, man. That's like Eddie Murphy in Beverly Hills Cop. Look, man, I'm not falling for no banana in my tailpipe. Look, man, you are wrong, and I am changing the channel. Okay. I don't know where you're going. I don't know what I was wrong about. You could be more specific. If you want to point out why I'm wrong or how I'm wrong, you're welcome to do just that. We talked earlier about the Fauci story, and on social media today, I will be pushing very hard to get the Fauci must go or Fauci must be fired today trending, because we can't have this guy constantly lying to us about gain of function research. He lied. He perjured himself in front of Congress. Rand Paul won't let it go. We need to make sure that we never let it go. But what he did to 44 puppies, he didn't do it personally, but he paid for it. He put up the money. Joseph Mengele didn't kill 6 million Jews. Hitler didn't personally kill 6 million Jews. But these people okayed it. They encouraged it. They paid for it with your tax dollars and my tax dollars. Speaking of our tax dollars, did you know Joe Biden and the Democrats like to talk about pay your fair share? You know, when Joe gets all creepy and he whispers, pay your fair share. So it's really creepy when Joe Biden does that. Well, in 2020, just the last year, the IRS took in a record amount of revenue. We paid a whole lot of money to the tax man. But 61% of Americans paid no federal taxes. 61%. 61% of the people in America paid zero federal taxes. How is that allowed? You're part of this country. You're reaping the benefits of America. Shouldn't you have some skin in the game, even if it's 5%? You call the rest of the people greedy when 61% of you paid no federal income taxes? 39%. 39% of the country is pulling the weight for the other 60%. Seriously. And now they want free stuff? And the people who are here illegally want the free stuff too? The people who haven't paid, who aren't a part of the system? It doesn't really make sense now, does it? Every elected official needs to know this. Every elected official needs to know that we're done here. We're done here. In 2017, that's the last year we have the real hard breakdown on who paid what. In 2017, the top 1% of the country paid more in taxes than the bottom 90% combined. So if you took the top 1%, you subtracted 2% through 9% and took their money out, just the top 1%. They paid more in taxes than the 0 to 90% of the country. 90% of the country paid less in taxes than the top 1%. You greedy dogs, you. This is how the Democrats are separating us. And I'm going to say it just to be intentionally irritating. The Democratic Party wants to separate and divide us. And I, for one, am fed up with it. If you want examples of how they're trying to separate and divide us, you need to look no further than the campaign trail in Virginia. Barack Obama was out on the campaign trail this past weekend because Terry McAuliffe, the former governor, is tied in the polls with Glenn Youngkin, pretty much an unknown in the national political scene. And in Virginia, with the polls tied because of what you parents have done to light a fire under voters to make sure we take back education and hopefully take back government, there's a chance Virginia could be red. But the Democrats are trying to divide us by putting a wedge between us. For example, Barack Obama out on the campaign trail.
So we're at a turning point right now because there's a mood out there. We see it, right? There's a politics of meanness and division and conflict. And that's one path.
The politics of meanness and division. That seems to be the slogan of the Democrat Party, doesn't it? The politics of meanness and division. These are the people who are trying to divide us. And Obama out there again stumping for Terry McAuliffe was trying to say that the parents being upset about what's going on at the school boards, that's fake. That's a trumped up culture war. Not my words. These are the words of the former president, the guy who's worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
We don't have time to be wasting on these phony, trumped up culture wars. This fake outrage that right-wing media peddles to juice their ratings.
So the right-wing media, as you call it, sir, is peddling these false stories? Was it a false story about a teenage girl who was followed into the girls' room at a high school by a boy wearing a skirt and a wig who then proceeded to rape her? Was that a false story? Was it a false story that the school knew about it? The school board was told about it the same day and did nothing? In fact, they took action. They transferred the student to another school where he did it again. Was that fake outrage? Is that trumped up culture wars? And then when that dad went to the school board and stood up and emotionally spoke out, he ended up in police custody. Is that fake? Is that phony outrage, trumped up culture wars?
And the fact that he's willing to go along with it instead of talking about serious problems that actually affect serious people, that's a shame.
So it's not a serious problem when young girl is raped in a school bathroom by a boy utilizing the gender confusion rules of the current society. I hope, I hope to God, I pray every day that Virginia will wake up. If Virginia flips, we got a week and a day. Early voting's already going on. I know it's not a Florida story, but trust me, this school board line in the sand is ground zero for the war for our country, for the war for the soul of America, for the future of the nation.
That's not what this election's about.
Yes, it is.
That's not what you need, Virginia. Instead of forcing our communities to cut back at a time when we're just starting to recover, we should be doing more to support people who are educating our kids and keeping our neighborhoods safe.
So the party that was all in for defunding the police, the Democratic Party, Joe Biden talked about reallocating resources. He never used the phrase defund the police. He just wanted to move money away from the police, which, in my opinion, that's defunding, Joey. Joey, you got that? You got that wrong. Anyway, I'm glad Obama's out there mouthing off because it's pointing out that A, nobody in Virginia, no Virginians, prominent Virginians are standing up for this guy. And it also points out that the Democrats are willing to do anything to retain power. And we need to make sure they don't. I'm going to take a quick call here. Russ is on the phone in Naples. I'm not sure where you're going here, Russ, but how are you, sir? What's happening?
Well, Mike, I saw a real quick commercial Saturday, and it was USAA Financial Credit Cards and proud sponsor of the veterans. And all of a sudden, at the end, they show that they're now proud sponsors of the NFL. And if you know, or maybe you know, that a lot of veterans such as myself no longer watch the NFL because of the kneeling and because of the second national anthem. And I called USAA up about this just to verify it, and they said, yeah, it's true. We are sponsors, and we're proud. And I said, well, what about the veterans who sacrificed their lives to watch players who never spent a day in the military take a knee during the national anthem? Or better yet, one national anthem serves for the whole country, not just a few, and a second one is out of line. And they said basically that that's their business plan and they'll stick with it.
Did you talk to a person in marketing or anyone up the food chain, or was this
talked
just
to a manager that answered the phone. They wouldn't let me direct to marketing. They basically just said, sir, this is the way it is, and that's the way it's going to be. And I told them, I said, there's a lot of veterans out here that are no longer watching the NFL because of that. And now suddenly you guys who profess to be this veteran-friendly organization has decided to go along with what's going on in the country.
Russ, I am A, thrilled you called. B, I'm grateful for your service to this country. Thank you, sir. What branch did you serve?
United States Navy, and I have now no longer going to use my USAA card. And I hope all the rest of the veterans that are listening right now that feel strongly about what's going on will do the same. And maybe we can send a message to USAA instead of this idea that it's okay for them to increase their bottom line.
Well, I'm with you on voting with our feet and our wallets. I think that's really important. My dad was a Navy man, and I was not cut out for the service, but I honor and respect and support all of our veterans. We're gonna have a special discussion about veterans this week, maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. So I want you to stay tuned for that. Let's try and get the word out to maybe help people understand. I stopped watching the NFL a couple of years ago when they started the nonsense. Stop watching the NBA. Stop watching anybody that won't stand for the anthem and support the country. There is no second national anthem. There's one national anthem, people. We have to draw lines in the sand. Russ, God bless you, man. Thank you for speaking up. Let's see if we can maybe find the right ear to get to and get the message out. But that's certainly not something I can get behind.
Mike, I appreciate it.
God bless, man. Take care. There he goes, Russ. And the Navy, as I said, my dad was a Navy man. He had to get a note from his parents because he wasn't old enough to join. That's how hell bent he was on serving this country, and he did so. And I miss him every single day. All right, it is 8:52, almost time to get out of here. I've got some final thoughts. Mike Opelka stepping aside. Let's see what meteorologist Casey Sherman's up to with the weather.
Temperatures only set to top off in the middle 80s today, thanks to the cloud cover, along with that chance for scattered rain and thunderstorms. It'll continue with us as we head into the remainder of this afternoon and even into early on this evening. Tuesday, though, looking a bit drier, though a few showers should remain possible. More sunshine in the mix, allowing temperatures to warm back up into the upper 80s, closer to 90 degrees. Wednesday, another dry day with a high of 88 degrees before we see our next cold front pass through for Thursday, bringing some scattered storms, windy conditions, and then some cooler, less humid conditions to follow, just in time for Halloween weekend. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Need some inspiration? Don't look left. Look right. Here, 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hey, it's Drew Steele. We're on the phone with our good friend TJ Meister, owner of the Floor Meisters in Naples. And listen, TJ, we know that when you're calling, something big is going on, something special is happening at Floor Meisters. Tell us a little bit about what's going on with the almost 1 million square feet of CoreTech inventory on hand. Talk about that.
Yes, I have the biggest selection in Southwest Florida, and I also probably have the biggest stock of CoreTech. Got almost 1 million square feet. I'm ordering it every day to keep up with demand and to make sure it's here, ready to go when you need it. I've got trucks rolling in every day. I'm buying for 3 to 4 to 5 months out to make sure you've got it. If you got a contractor who needs some floor and they can't get it, come see me. We probably have it here.
So when it comes to CoreTech, listen, you know where to go. The selection's unbelievable at Floor Meisters. And if you're a homeowner, contractor, installer, and you can't find what you're looking for, now's the time to visit their store at 6281 Naples Boulevard next to Costco, or online at floormeisters.com.
Are you a veteran or do you know a veteran? Because military veteran Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch of Freedom Dental in Fort Myers has an upcoming event to benefit you.
Basically, for veterans, if they need emergency treatment done, we offer that availability for them to get some help. Because we don't want to see them in pain for a system that doesn't work for them. But if you need a cleaning, we'll take care of that too.
If you're a veteran, don't miss the event that Dr. Vanderbosch and Freedom Dental have coming up on Veterans Free Dental Care Day, Friday, November 12th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., where veterans can get free dental care.
When you want the very best for your home, there's only one name that stands alone. Hardware and glass in harmony, no frames, no mess. You'll love what you see. Quality, style, and huge selection. Give your bath the look of perfection. Wanna see more? Go to my shower door.
If you needed heart surgery, who would you call? A doctor who's done it every day, or a doctor who's done it once a year? The same is true about your erectile dysfunction. At the Fort Myers Men's Clinic, our Florida physicians focus on one thing: solving your ED. High blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, prostate cancer, these all contribute to your ED. And our physicians at the Fort Myers Men's Clinic know how to solve your problems. We have over 50 different custom formulations tailored just for you. You get to try the medication containing FDA-approved ingredients right in our office. Your total cost for the consultation, test dose, testosterone, and PSA test is only $99. If the test dose doesn't work, you pay us nothing. So you have absolutely nothing to lose, but everything to gain. Call now, 239-317-7777. That's 239-317-7777, and move from skeptic to believer. 317-7777, 317-7777, or online at fortmyersmensclinic.com.
The right place for local talk. Drew now. Trey for the drive at 5. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
I can't believe the 3 hours flew by so quickly. A special thanks to Ian for being here, fresh from vacation. I don't know if fresh from vacation is quite the right term. But you're back.
No. Yeah.
You're back on the rails and you're crushing it, which is really good. And this audience, thank you so much for being there. I have to make 2 points before I got out of here today. Number one, pray for Alec Baldwin and the people he shot, one he killed. Pray for all three of them. Don't waste any time getting angry at Alec Baldwin. Yeah, there's plenty of reasons before this past week to be angry at Alec Baldwin, but be the better person. Pray for Alec Baldwin. He needs prayer now more than any other time. I got a lot of heat from people over the weekend for posting that, but I'm not changing my mind. And my second question is, as we deal with a country without accountability for anything, Atlanta and the state of Georgia should not play a single World Series game in the state. I know the Braves are in the World Series, but if you're going to be consistent, just like you canceled the All-Star game, let them play in Colorado, you weasels. Mike Opelka saying, testudo, my friends, testudo. We'll be back tomorrow.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, it's Drew Steele talking about my friends at Amco of Bonita Springs, 992-2626. That's 992-2626. Whatever is going on with your vehicle, they will fix it and fix it right. They are a great conservative business. And I can tell you they have a great local reputation for doing good work. And they also have an awesome customer base. It's been established over the past 13 years. So give them a call at 239-992-2626 so you can arrange to meet with them. Let them know you heard about it right here on 92.5 Fox News and Drew Steele. By the way, talk about great conservatives. They've built the American Spirit Movement, a place where conservative consumers and businesses can connect in 5 critical areas. You know, you've got your vote, but you also have your wallet, the cash register, supporting conservative businesses. So go to the American Spirit Marketplace. You can keep conservative dollars in conservative pockets. Block by block, city by city, states by state. We're going to build this up. Go to the American Spirit Movement website at americanspiritmovement.com. It's more than a conservative movement, it's a conservative awakening.
Searching everywhere for great prices on appliances? No, you're not, because you have better things to do. Besides, Good Deals has it for less, and they have plenty of items in stock despite shortages everywhere else. Remember, Good Deals guarantees the lowest price on everything they sell. Find a lower price anywhere, and Jay will beat it. Guaranteed. Visit one of the showrooms in Fort Myers, Naples, and Cape Coral, or shop online at gooddealsappliances.com.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Manufactured in the USA, Plantation Shutters for You is your best choice for plantation shutters. Custom measured and installed just for you. Built to last forever. Call today for a free consultation. Discounts for all military and first responders. Also, if you support Biden, don't blink and call us. PlantationShuttersForYou.com.
You heard us right. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right. All along.
This news update is presented by Forum Chiropractic and Dr. Amy Robbins. This news update is presented by Forum Chiropractic and Dr. Amy Robbins.
Hey guys, Dr. Amy Robbins here, your favorite chiropractor. We're back for your daily dose of Did You Know Chiropractic can help with that. And today we talk about stress. It is that time of year where the holidays are coming around and we are having more and more stress in our schedules and more to do. And chiropractic can actually help you handle stress better by keeping your nervous system balanced. Specifically, when people are under stress, usually the top bone in their spine moves out of position because of what that stress response in our body does. And by getting a simple chiropractic adjustment, you can actually give your body the ability to handle the stress better. So if that's you or a loved one dealing with stress and maybe not doing it so well and want to see if chiropractic can help you, call us at 239-628-4899. And always remember, your power is on.
High winds don't knock before they destroy your patio door. Windborne debris doesn't ask permission to ruin your carpet and furniture. Storms don't wait for an invitation to pop in. Nature doesn't care. That's why you need CGI Element Shield windows and patio doors, only at Lowe's. Element Shield windows and patio doors eliminate the need for shutters or plywood because they're built to stand up to whatever nature throws at you. Whether you have new or existing construction, Element Shield can customize a window or patio door that protects you and your family and looks great doing it. It also provides a significant noise barrier and might just reduce your insurance costs. CGI Element Shield windows and patio doors are available only at Lowe's. So visit CGI@Lowe's.com right now to find a Lowe's near you that sells CGI Element Shield windows and doors. CGI@Lowe's.com. Because nature doesn't care.
When you run a business, setbacks change everything. And online, they happen fast. With your Comcast Business Internet, you can stay ahead. And now you can add Comcast Business Security Edge to make your network more secure. It helps keep your network safe with scans every 10 minutes. And unlike some cybersecurity options, this helps protect every device that's connected. Because when your information, your people, and your company have Security Edge, you can be ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with a great offer for $35 each month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Want even more speed? Find out how to get 10 gigs for your small business. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to find out more. Offer ends 11/7/21. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers only. Early termination fee applies. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. Security Edge not included.
Glenn Beck and Stu get it right for you. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.